Raider Nation, tonight's the countdown. Camp officially starts. 2 when it starts. Mendoza's still unsigned. The wide receivers room is still questionable. The defense has no more excuses. We have a major, most notorious announcement tonight. The mysterious host is here. He just moved to Vegas, and he's now officially part of the Most Notorious podcast every Tuesday night. So without further ado, let's start the show. What's going on, Raider Nation? What is up? What is up? I am here. I'm 401 Raider Jeff, along with my guy Will next to me, Silver and Black Radio Podcast. At the end over there is Mr. Leo Chidolinus himself. What's up, gentlemen? What's up?
What's up with the new intro? Is that how you introduce the show now?
Well, just for tonight, because we've got a special start off to this tonight. So we're going to bring the mystery person out in a few moments.
This motherfucker has
here. So we're going back to the 4-person format that we started with over a year ago. So we've been running 3 for a little while. So now we're going to go back to 4. So we'll reveal that. But before we get rolling, make sure everybody hits that like, hits the subscribe, hits your notifications for all 3 channels, and make sure when the 4th guy comes on, you hit it for him too. Got it? Got it. All right. So we're going to talk Raiders camp countdown. Fernando Mendoza still not signed yet. Wide receiver rooms, the defensive expectations this year going into it. Keyron Crawford, Nakobe Dean in the breaking NFL news. There will be no supplemental draft this season. We're going to bring that up real quick too, which means Brendan Sorsby has to wait until the 2027 NFL draft. So that dropped today. So I had to add that in after the fact because I had already had everything done up. So I had to scratch that, rewrite that to it. So how you guys doing?
Good. I was just laughing at the fact that the surprise guest is surprise, but it was announced on his page.
Yeah. You know what I was
like? You weren't supposed to tag his page, man.
Oh well, the cat's out of the bag, I guess. So without further ado, we're going to make a couple of switches. I spent some time making some new stuff, so we're going to switch to this background.
Oh, I thought it was the papers you had in your hand. Oh, this was going Channel 5
We're going to go to this now, this new form layout. And we're going to add the 4th person in now. Boom. There he is. None other than Nate himself, Mr. LV Raider 10.
Yes, sir.
So
what's up, everyone? What's up, everyone?
What up, man? Hey, congratulations on your move to the wonderful city of Las Vegas.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Honestly, I do.
We now finally have someone in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Central.
Chonal's over there like, what about me? Like, stop washing your fucking underwear.
You always say every time you ask him to go do something in Vegas, he can never do it. So now you've got a guy that's there on the streets.
Right.
I did put a little something together to signify Nate's move and the whole Vegas theme. So we're gonna play that real quick. You ready?
Oh, time to get
It's about 20 seconds long. It's not.
Here we go. There we go.
Viva
What up, Ryan? What up,
Vegas.
Look out, Vegas!
Oh my God!
Viva Las Vegas!
Oh man, Nathan probably knows like one of those movies.
I knew all of them.
Oh yeah, you're a movie buff. My bad.
Yeah.
Because age-wise,
So I had to reformat it again just before you came in, Leo. I just finished the last format on it. It didn't render the right way the first time, so
That's
just
pretty
threw
dope.
that together in the last 30 minutes. So
I would have added the part where he says Heart 6 coming up.
well, let's check in with the chat. Let's see who's here with us tonight. So we've got Raider Ryan in the house. We've got Raider Travis is here.
Travis.
Jack Gustave's here. Who else we got? Brother Yaya's here. What's up, my guy? Rosetown's in the house. Let's see. Raider Ryan, you have inspired me to get a Noggins hat to my wife's chagrin. Just came in today. Was all rated out with the hat.
Yo!
That's dope.
Which one did you get, Ryan? Oh, man. That's dope, bro. Yes.
Big Lux in the house. Adriana's in the house. Raider Love. Raquel, how you doing?
Hello, my
love. And we got PNW Mark. What's up, my guy? What's up,
brother?
Well, so we're gonna get into this.
Wait. We can't just skip over the fact that Raider Ryan is gonna get his first noggin ball pack. Those things are amazing. Just let me tell you.
Oh my gosh.
As a guy who has
he hasn't answered you yet.
It's awesome.
Coach is here. What's up, Coach?
What up, Coach?
Mookie the Goated is here too.
Broncos country. Hey, let's ride.
So as I said, make sure now that Nate's in here, make sure you guys get over to his channel. It's LV Raider 10. His links are down in the description. Make sure you guys get over to his channel. If any one of the moderators on any one of our other 3 channels can put the link directly to Nate's channel in the chats, that would be stupendous, and we would appreciate that.
Hey, now that you're in Vegas, bro, like, are you gonna be able to focus more? I know you've been wanting to grow your channel. You just haven't had time because you're in the wonderful city of Los Angeles with so much to do. Now you're in Vegas, dog. The Golden Knights are no longer playing, right?
Oh, don't remind me, dude.
So, I mean, there's not much out there for you to do. So, are you going to be able to focus and grow your channel like we know you can?
Yeah, it's definitely the plan. I think coming out here is definitely going to allow me to have the opportunity to create more content.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to have like a little segment to like what everything's going to go on, like how Vegas has been so far, but it's definitely been interesting as far as like seeing Raider fans around.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll elaborate on it later, but it's definitely been eye-opening, I would say.
Yeah.
Let me, bro. Let me guess. They ain't as rowdy as from people from outside of town.
I think it maybe. Well, also the place where I live. So
I was about to say, yeah,
they're not going to be very rowdy just in general. So.
Right.
But that's not where I'm going with it. But like I said, I'll elaborate on it later.
Right.
Okay. Because there's some rowdy fans in Vegas, bro.
Oh yeah.
You got what's his Marty and them out there, and they rowdy.
No. I get it.
You got
TNBC.
Yeah, then you got my Asian buddy. You give that fool some beers. You talking about rowdy. Bob. Yeah.
But I'm telling you like this, man. When I go to a different city, sometimes like I've seen people scream Raiders from across the fucking street at me, and they go like Raiders. They see you in and I feel like in Vegas that's not as common as when you live outside of town.
I just know how big your city is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I live in LA. We don't do that to each other. And I see a lot of Raider fans. You know, I get spotted at Disneyland. I can say, "Hey, cool hat, bro! Like, where'd you get that hat?" Or
maybe like in my hometown, but like that was it, really.
Unless someone like Glenn is walking behind me, you know, then it's different.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Raider Ryan said he got the black one.
Nice.
Coach says, I have an idea for a show, Nate. You can do what's new with Max's tattoos.
Well, I'll find out on Monday.
Are you going to go?
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Let's go. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about. There's this signing at a Smith in Las Vegas. The first 100 people get like a Max poster or whatever, but it's like a meet and greet with Max Crosby at the Smith store. Mm-hmm. Smith is like their Food for Less.
Basically, yeah.
What's up, Proof? Chris Berman. Chris Berman passed away?
What?
No way.
No. Oh, you serious?
I didn't see that.
Me either, bro. That would have blown up on my phone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
R.I.P. to Chris Berman. Unless it's someone else he's talking about that I don't know about.
Right? That's the dude who came up with the Raiders.
Yeah. I don't see anything out there.
I didn't see
I don't see anything either.
Nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Like, man, you had so many growing up as a kid. Like, that's why ESPN was cool.
He was the reason I watched ESPN. Just
right?
To watch
yeah. Him and then
highlights.
Yeah. Oh man. Whoop. Whoop. Oh man.
And he was a stumbling bumbling.
So Ryan says, when I went to Vegas with my wife last year, I didn't have one Raiders fan scream Raiders. Maybe I'm just different. Even with the wife noticed there wasn't as many Raider fans that I thought would be.
Yeah, I think it just depends because I've been at the Mandalay, just walking through the Mandalay, and people see me in the Raider jersey and they'll yell Raiders.
That's because you're so fucking likable, Chido. That's why.
They don't even know it's me. It's because I have a Raider jersey on.
It's because you're famous, bro.
Here we go.
Famous.
Man, that's crazy. Chris, man. I hope that's not true. I mean, he is up there in age, Jeff, when you think about it.
Well, I just looked it up. I'm like, it doesn't say anything that he passed away.
I don't see anything.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow.
I think someone just said it to say it.
Yeah? All right, to distract us away from the pool.
Yeah.
Don't be jealous, Will. Yeah, man. But anyway, welcome, Nathan. Welcome. We hope you enjoy being here. Yeah.
Oh, I got some questions to ask. I got some questions to ask him. What surprised you the most about Vegas since you've been there?
Honestly, like I didn't really expect for everybody to be so friendly. Like it just kind of seemed like everybody did their own thing, but everyone, at least
has to tour where you live.
Yeah, no, I know. I realized that too. But everyone has been so friendly and like extremely welcoming to us. Maybe it is a little bit about where I live, but I mean, just it's been like that the entire time we've been here. So I like to buy a lot of stuff on OfferUp. So like we've gotten like a coffee table and a bunch of different like little stuff for the house. This guy was like, hey, we just moved from Orange County too. I also was wearing my Angel stuff. So that's probably was like a, but he said he just moved from Orange County to, he was out in Sky Canyon, which is like North Vegas. And he was like, hey, like we have a bunch of stuff here. If you guys, want this, I'll just let you know if we're giving it away. He gave us a bunch of stuff for free. So like, it's not just exactly in the area that I live. It's been legit everywhere. So I was really surprised to see how like inviting everybody has been so far.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Sean had the same experience when he first moved down there. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Mm-hmm. And he lived on the east side. So
yeah.
So for your channel, Nate, specifically, like your LV Raider 10 channel, not the shows that you do and everything, but for your specific channel for you, what do you think, or what are you forecasting for your future for your channel while you're there? Like, what's going to be your main focus?
Pay.
Yeah, I mean, my main focus, I would say, is getting more. Just being more available to going to like the games. Like being in LA, it was a little more difficult to attend games, but now having the proximity, I'm going to be able to go to essentially every single game. Maybe not attend like into the stadium, but to at least go talk to people out front of the stadium, go to all the tailgates, go to a bunch of different parties that they always have in Vegas. Like we were saying earlier, they always have random signings. Max Crosby's going to be on Monday. I would have had the opportunity to do that if I was still in LA. So it's just a bunch of things that comes with, being in the proximity of the team that you're capable of doing, that I wasn't able to before, that I think I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Raider socialite.
Yeah. For real. Just meet them so many times, the players are going to get sick of me.
Hey, that's what's up, bro.
I just added him to the ticker across the top. He wasn't on there, so now I'm there at the top.
Oh. Yeah, that's dope because I see a lot of signings, meet and greets.
Uh-huh.
You do watch parties down there. I know they do one at Twin Peaks when it's an away game. I've heard that's pretty dope. I think Sean and I went one time. Yeah, but that's cool, bro.
Yeah. I'll have to try and convince Callista.
The Las Vegas Golden Knights made him move, bro.
Yeah, definitely not. No, it's always been a goal of mine to come out here to Vegas, even before, the Raiders and stuff like that. So, I think mainly cost of living. That's the biggest one.
Yeah, Rosetown. Nate's in Vegas. He's been there, about a week and a half now?
Less than that. It's been like 5 days.
By the grace of God, too. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Kid, did you want to divulge? Because Leo said something. He goes, oh, yeah, such and such. But he didn't tell me, specifics.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead. You got a story? Tell it.
So we rented a U-Haul trailer. We got the trailer in the night before we were going to make the big move to put all of my stuff in. And then my girlfriend lived in San Diego. So we were going to take it down to San Diego and then head to Vegas. So we did that. We're on our way. We're in between Baker and State Line. So we're
middle of nowhere.
Dude, we're in the middle of nowhere. We're right there.
Before you go any further, when Leo said that in the chat, but he didn't say specifics, I almost said, did the U-Haul break down? So I was going to be close, but go ahead, keep going.
So we're right there, State Line's right there. It's right where you start to get excited, all right, we're almost there. We're an hour away, an hour and a half away to being there. All of a sudden, the trailer, the trailer ball, for the hitch, it breaks. The trailer is swinging back and forth into the other lane.
It's held down by the chains.
Held down by the chains, yes. So it's tugging the ever living nuts out of the car.
Yeah.
And so I'm so scared. I'm driving, I'm oh fuck, just trying to slow it down, just trying to stop it. Luckily I was able to without the trailer hitting the back of the car, without any damage to the car, without any damage to the trailer.
Look at you, Vin Diesel. Okay.
Holy shit. I don't know how that happened. I have no idea how that happened.
What kind of car was it?
Over here.
It was a Nissan Pathfinder.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't anything, it wasn't no big truck or anything that was able to handle it. It was
yeah, but it wasn't like you were pulling it with a Yugo either. I mean, you were pulling it with something that should have been able to handle it.
He said a Yugo.
Right.
Yeah, not towed it with a Miata.
That Yugo would have went
Miata.
I've seen people do that though with a Honda Civic trying to pull that. Oh Lord, yeah,
dude.
Did you not lock? Yeah, Travis, good question. Did you not lock the latch on the ball?
No, the ball broke. It broke.
Oh, it broke right off.
Yeah, so
it broke.
Wait, what do you mean? So, yeah, how did
it
fall? Hitch?
So there's different kinds of hitches that you can get. You can get where you just put the fucking ball into the hitch itself. Uh-huh. My dad got the ball from, I don't know where he got it from, to be honest, but it wasn't rated.
Sounds like the dollar store.
It wasn't, the weight wasn't rated for what we were pulling, so it broke. It broke the screw. This is my guess because obviously we couldn't find the ball, but it broke the screw. That was
right?
Exactly.
I went through someone's windshield and they're
probably what the fuck was that?
So it broke, and basically what we had to do was we pulled off to the side, we unhitched the trailer, and we had to double back to Baker, go to AutoZone, and get the ball.
You double back to Baker?
Yeah, we had to drive 30 minutes out of the way.
Wow.
You're lucky nobody came and took the trailer.
In 30 minutes?
I know.
Yeah, and that part there's people want to do that. If anything,
30 minutes back and then 30 minutes
that's a
back
big
again.
hustle if you're pulling over there to steal somebody's trailer that they just broke
Yeah,
down.
but you'll see, Jeff, when you do that drive, it's like there's nothing there.
Yeah. Shit, man, if you would have been going 95 south through New York City in the Bronxway Expressway, if you would have stopped there with that trailer, second you would have drove away, that trailer would have been gone. It would have been gone like that. Bang.
Hey, Travis,
People would have scooped that thing up in a second.
He has the right size balls, man. Just because he looks Asian, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you know what? It's a good thing you had the safety chains on it, because if you didn't, that trailer would have passed you. You would have been driving along, and the trailer would have gone woo, right by you.
The car would have felt much lighter for no reason.
Yeah, let's go and pulling this trailer good.
Oh man!
So that was definitely an experience, but
I probably had to do
yeah.
with that. Yeah, that's crazy. But
It
glad
was
you guys are safe.
wild.
Yeah, thank God.
Was your girlfriend in the car with you when it happened?
Yeah, she was. And then
freaking out.
my brother was asleep, and he woke up. He woke up mid, like the trailer was whipping back and forth. He's like, "Dick, stop! What the fuck you think I'm trying to do?" like no shit, Sherlock.
Oh man!
But yeah,
I'm glad you made.
But it was crazy, yeah. And so my TV broke. Both of my monitors broke.
In the trailer?
Yeah, and because it was whipping so violently back and forth. My desk right here, it has like chips everywhere. A dresser that we had has chips everywhere. So it's not.
No,
it wasn't like so bad, but
it was
just
bad,
my
bro.
monitors, and my TV. I was like, fuck. So yeah.
Oh, his wife died. Okay, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, that's still sad, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no worries.
Yeah, that was my thing when you told me. I was like, "You're lucky that didn't flip."
No, honestly, because I seen it and it was like going like this, like about to, and I was like,
Chris
just trying to
Berman's
control
wife,
it.
she died in 2017.
So
that wasn't even recent.
Yeah.
So basically, with Nate being in Vegas now, he's going to become a major part of pretty much any one of the shows that he's on. You know, he's on with Leo and I on 2 shows now, tonight and Wednesday nights. And then Nate and I still have our show on Thursday night too. It's, you know, those 2 shows have been on hiatus. So Nate will bring a whole new insight to these shows because he's there. He's got easier access to what's going on, you know, be able to go to more of the practices when they're open, not having to make special trips because you live right the hell there.
Yeah.
You know, without doxing yourself, how close are you to the stadium from where you live?
Oh, it's not that far.
It's not that far, but it is like on the other side of it is on the other side of town. I live like 20 minutes away, which is not bad at all. But like
I thought it was more like 30. Yeah.
No, it's 20. So
you're about as close to Allegiant as I am to like Gillette.
Yeah, you don't live that far.
Jets fan.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really not that far. The thing that's going to be a little bit further is the practice facility. Like if they have anything in Henderson, that's like.
I was thinking Henderson. That's why I said 30 minutes. I was thinking the training facility. Yeah.
That's like 35, almost 40 minutes probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true.
What's up, Jason?
Party at Nate's.
Right? Party at Nathan. Not neighborhood.
Anything else happen out there since you've been there of any importance?
Let's see.
You have the battle for Vegas coming up, right?
That's exactly what I was about to say. This weekend is Battle for Vegas. Yeah. That's the charity softball game between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Las Vegas Raiders. So I have attended this charity softball game for the past, I think, 4 years now. Mm-hmm. And every year I get really, really good, signatures and just FaceTime with the people. There's not going to be a lot of crazy names this year, which I was a little disappointed in. But
the Mandalorian's not going to be there.
Sadly not. There's gonna be other rookies though. Like I really want to see Mike Washington. I think Mike Washington would be tight to get a signature.
I know Brock. He's the captain, right?
Brock is the captain. Yeah.
Him and AJ Cole usually like the two main.
AJ Cole. Yeah, AJ Cole. Normally Dylan Carlson, but obviously Dylan Carlson's not here no more.
Daniel,
sorry.
I already forgot his name. Look
God,
at you,
the guy moves the Davis and he starts forgetting players' names already. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
God damn.
But yeah, so that will be this weekend, and then right after that is Max Crosby signing. So
that's dope, man. That's dope.
I just think you don't have to go far to go to the home opener. So
exactly.
You don't have to pay for hotel. You don't have to pay for
Kurt Coat chains.
Yeah, you're good there.
Yeah, just rent.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, so now that we're past that part, so let's get right into the football side of things now. So Raiders camp countdown. Rookies report July 23rd, veterans on the 28th. So let me ask you, I'm going to ask you, I got a question for each one of you. So, Will, which training camp battles are you watching first? Quarterback, wide receiver, offensive line, linebacker, or secondary?
Offensive line.
Offensive
line, bro. This was so bad last year that you have to look at it this year and see if that unit is improving, because we know that that's going to be the mainstay of the team offensively. If you can't pass block, if you can't run block, you can't do anything offensively. So at the end of the day, you need to see who's going to start. I'll be like, there's a lot of unproven talent there. I'll be like, we have a lot of names. So just got to see how they work together, and think we got the right coach to do it with the offensive line coach.
We got like over 90 names, right?
For the offensive line?
No, I don't know.
What'd you say? I couldn't even hear what you just said.
He said for the offensive line, he said we have over 90 names.
I wasn't talking to you, Doc. My bad.
I was like, wait, what?
I was like, what
about? I was like, what?
You know what? Leo, if you have to pick one of those position groups, which one do you think? You watch.
I think it's one you're not even talking about. I think the one I'm watching for is the content creators, because we all like to fight about who's doing the best out there in shorts and t-shirts. So that's the battle I'm looking forward to. But no. All seriousness, I think it starts in the trenches, O-line and D-line. O-line and D-line. The majority, I think, that has me the most interested is how young we are. You're talking about us not signing players that were over 30 and the amount of rookies and young people we have on this team. So I think overall, just to see how they all do and how they're going about the vision that Spytek and Kubiak said they were bringing here is probably what I look forward to. You know, like, are these guys ballers and players like they said they were, you know? I think that, but definitely for me, it's going to start in the trenches, and that starts defense and offense, even on Max's side, you know, with Kenyon, with him, what's going to happen with Kuntz, you know, the interior, you know, 805's boy, Adam Butler, you know, is he the truth? You know, JJ Pegues, Tonka Hemingway, you know, is he going to get a carry? You know, things like that. But yeah, to me, it's in the trenches, just the position battles in the trenches, and the content creators.
Nate, same question for you, but don't pick offense or defensive line because they both already picked one or the other.
Yeah, so I was gonna go outside of offensive line, because I think we can all agree that's probably the most interesting and the most up in the air. But to me, I'm gonna definitely be looking at the corner and the secondary unit. How aggressive are we gonna be with Jermon McCoy and his rehabilitation? Where does Darian Porter land within all of this? Eric Stokes, is he going to be healthy this season and be as productive as he was last year? Traden Stukes, how does he get implemented with Paulo Mao and Jeremy Chin? I think the secondary is a big place for me personally, where I think has been improved with the offseason and is still up in the air as far as, you know, camp battles and implementing the rookies and new signings.
For me, I'm looking at the linebackers because I think that's definitely one of our weaker positions on the defense, especially because outside of Walker and Dean, what's our true depth after those two? We didn't do enough to bring in the linebackers, I feel. So my biggest concern is the linebacker room. We definitely beefed up the defense overall. It looks like on paper, especially the secondary. There's a lot of guys in that secondary right now vying for positions. So you're right with that as far as that battle. But I think the linebacker one, like who's going to be the backups to these two guys that we can count on to come in, because we're already looking at one that's got injury issues now. You haven't heard much of him. He hasn't been at any of the OTAs or the mini camps. So, what's his availability? I think that's one of our blaring weaknesses right now. Leo, I'm going to start with you on this one. What player has the most to gain when camp starts?
To gain?
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping, because I'm trying to stay positive. I think the player that probably has the most to gain is going to be Jack Bech, because there's some doubt on him right now. And then once the pads come on, that's when he can be more physical, right? So maybe that's where he can silence some of the hate or the criticism that's been floating around out there, as far as especially because everyone questions the wide receiver.
All the Leos.
Yeah.
All the Leos out there.
All the Leos in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I would say Jack Bech has the most to gain from it. Yeah. Because I don't plan on seeing too much of Genty or having like ooh and awing over Kirko or Bowers, because those are stars. You know what they are. It's mainly the other people. Yeah.
Nate, who do you think?
As I'm looking at the depth chart right here, it's hard to not say somebody on the offensive line. But I am gonna go with Hemingway and Pegues. The reason why I'm saying those two guys is because Leo had mentioned also like the defensive side of the line is also kind of up in the air, and it's really a spot for somebody to take. Like we're expecting Laolu to be there, and then obviously Butler is going to be there. So can our rookies from last season step up? And Hemingway in specific had a pretty decent limited time when he got in there. So I'm expecting a pretty decent camp out of Hemingway and Pegues. Those are two guys I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on.
Well,
I'm going to go with JPJ.
Oh, why you go after my guy, bro?
Hey, he has the most to gain.
Is this?
Hey, we said it. Hey, offensive line is the easiest way to go about this. I mean, like whoever's on the offensive line, you can name it off. You could say Glaze, because Glaze had a bad year last year. You could say Buford. Whoever it is on the offensive line, they have the most to gain because they have that many more open spots. There's 3 open spots on this offensive line that are up for grabs that people can go and fight for. So the offensive line, in my opinion, has the most to gain as a unit because in my mind, I get it that we can say Glaze is probably going to start on the right side, but it's an open battle for me for at least 3 positions on that offensive line.
For me, the most to gain, Michael Mayer, I think.
He's going to prove or gain.
To gain, he's got to get more involved this year. He's got to stay healthy, keep his head on straight. I mean, because we didn't see enough of him last year. He missed a portion of the season. Just because you got to remember, he's a 2nd round pick. And he still hasn't even lived up to his fullest potential yet as a 2nd round pick.
We're giving to get him too.
We're giving shit about Genty being a 1st round pick, but at least Genty was able to produce something last year. Michael Mayer is a 2nd rounder in his 4th year. It's time for him to step up. He's got to gain stuff here. He's got to gain and earn that spot now. Is there anybody that's going to take over his position? I don't think so, but
no.
I think the number 2 tight end by default, just because of the lack of talent at tight end.
And his talent, because he does have the talent. Yeah.
No, he does have talent, but it's like
I don't know. He went to Notre Dame.
That's why no.
See, if he would have gone to USC, he would have been a starter. He would have started over Brock, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Dude couldn't even tell you who USC's tight ends were the last 3 years.
Who, me?
You.
No, of course not. Yeah. Didn't give two shits. All right,
was
next
drafted
question.
with JPJ. He wasn't drafted with JPJ.
No, he was the year before.
Yeah, Big Mike was the year before. Big Mike was the year of Tyree.
It was Mike and then Bowers. We went back-to-back tight ends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
Big
we got
Mike was
what we
the
thought was
Tyree.
the best tight end in Michael Mayer's draft with him. And then the following year, we follow up with Brock Bowers.
It's that draft class to me that's their time to do something. And that's Michael Mayer and Trey Tucker. Those are the only ones left from that
this
one,
is
right?
their fourth year.
Because everybody else from that draft class is gone, right?
Yep. I think so, Chido.
Yeah, I think so.
I think everybody else from that draft class is gone. That's crazy.
That's one of the worst draft classes.
What up, Mayo? What's up, familia? What's going on,
What's up,
man? Mm-hmm. What up, Big Easy? What's going on, bro? How them swap me life treating you? Mm-hmm.
What's up, Big Easy? What's going on, man? Nate, this question is basically specific for you. Being in Vegas now, what would you want to see first if you get your eyes on the team or hear local camp buzz?
The Raiderettes. What? Who said that?
That's a good question. I think what the main thing, like the main buzz around town, is definitely going to be about Fernando Mendoza. If you come in on the 15th to Las Vegas, the first sign you see is just a black billboard with gray lettering that says Fernando. Yeah, that's the first billboard you see when you get into Las Vegas. That's it. So I already know for a fact that was going to be the main thing around, minicamp buzz and training camp, and you can already tell that's what it's going to be about. So I honestly can't really tell you because I already know for a fact that's what it's going to be. What I would want to see though is how the players are adapting to the scheme of Clint Kubiak. That's the biggest thing for me is if we can get to understanding Clint Kubiak's offense and we can execute Clint Kubiak's offense, I think that's the biggest thing of this entire minicamp, because we know that it's a difficult playbook to understand and get down. So if we can roll into week one having that understanding of the playbook, unlike the past couple of years that we have not, I think that's going to be just a step in the right direction.
Bro, we've gone into the season not knowing who our starters are.
Exactly.
Having a playbook.
We were weeks into the season who our starting offensive line was.
Oh, man. All bad.
So Arnie's going to pull bold prediction here, and I don't agree with it. During trade deadline, will we trade JPJ, Mayer, AOC, and Crosby for draft picks? What kind of haul can we get? Number one, trading JPJ, I think it's a dumb move. Because even if he's not a starter, he's still a great depth piece. Okay? That's number one. Number two, Michael Mayer's not going to get traded. I can't see that one. And AOC is not going to get traded either. We're going to roll in with three quarterbacks. We have to. Because you got a rookie right now that is still practicing with the threes. He's number 3 on the depth chart as of right now. You need a viable backup. You don't want to – if Kirk Cousins gets banged up and beat up and he's out for a couple of weeks, you're going to want to put AOC out there because you don't want to have Fernando go out there and get banged up and damaged either. He's your rookie. He's the future of this team.
I'd rather see Fernando out there than that fucking statue.
Yeah, but again, if the line – we still don't know what the line's going to look like. Yeah. So if the line's not ready yet, for whatever reason, do you want to put Fernando out there with that and watch him take a whooping?
You can see if he can take it. He's going to take it eventually. He's not always going to be protected.
Chance of him getting fucked up and really hurt. Crosby's the only one I agree with getting traded, to be honest with you.
Who, Crosby?
He's the only one that's going to give you value out of any of those guys. He's the only one that's going to give you a better return on your bang for your buck.
I mean, value-wise, I can understand that.
At the same time, though, I mean, like, if we're trading that many guys, we fucking suck.
Right.
No, that's why we're doing it, and I hope that it's not like that. At the end,
Yeah,
of the
it's
day,
not like we're trying to get that final piece to push us to to a playoff win here. This is because all right, well, this season's not working out. Trade deadline's usually by first or second week in November. We're just unloading these players, get their contracts off the boards, and building draft picks for 2027. That's all it is.
I mean, like if you're doing those type of trades by the trade deadline, we fucking blow dick. I'd be like straight up, we just suck ass. So now, I'm like Artie, I don't think we're gonna be that bad. That's a fucking fire sale.
Yeah. And again, there's a couple names on that list that he put up there that I think would be foolish to trade away.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, you look at our starting five for our offensive line, and you look at our backups. We're not that deep. We got a little bit more depth than last year, a little bit more than what I trust. I trust this year's backups than last year's a lot more because there's no Forsyths, there's no Kappa Crappa, there's no Parham. He's gone. He's here in New England. So Anani says Genty, Bowers, Mendoza will be our big three for the next 6 years. I'll tell you right now with Bowers, if we're not winning and it's still going to take us longer, you're going to see him want out. How long is he going to stick around for? I'm telling you, I think Genty's going to get pushed this year. What do you guys think?
Because of Mike Washington?
Yeah.
I think, yes, because we're going to just have a better backup just in general. So there's going to be that, of course. But I think mainly it just has to do with the offensive line is going to be better, at least incrementally better than it was last year.
Well,
man, as bad as we were last year, I hope it fucking improves. I hope everything improves. I hope he's being pushed, bro. A competition is healthy. Okay, this is where people get it wrong. But competition is healthy. If our team is actually competing to keep their spots, to keep like, hey, this is the level we're at, bro, it's going to make every player play better. It's going to make everybody push harder. So at the end of the day, I see this as a win. People are going to say, oh, Mike Washington coming in is going to take away reps. Well, if Genty really is taking it seriously, if he really wants this job, if he really wants to push over, he's going to produce. There's only one way to do it, is to produce. A lot of people are going to say it like this. I don't give a fuck that the offensive line didn't work out. He was the 6th pick in the first round. You better make it happen. And that's what a lot of people are going to say this year, because we've already made the excuse last year. Hey, your offensive line sucked. You couldn't block. This year, it's time to fucking shit or get off the pot.
I do want, because the next thing before we move on to the next topic, I do want to talk about one thing that's important during this the whole training camp thing is where's the Houston? Right here, August 18th, the Raiders-Texans joint practice with the Houston Texans. Now, granted, our first preseason game is August 13th, but those joint practices.
That's where it's at, baby.
We going to that game, Nathan, since you're going to be there in town?
The first preseason game?
Yeah.
I'm hoping so, yeah.
I've already been talking to Bob about swinging down there and going, so, yeah.
That'd be dope. Even if we just go to the tailgate and hit the spot, I'm not gonna give up.
That game is only right now we're looking like $40 to get in, bro.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So in August we got the 13th, which is the first preseason game against the Cardinals in Vegas. Then August 18th is the joint practice with with the Houston Texans in Texas. Then our game is that August 20th at Houston. Then the 27th is the final preseason game versus the 49ers. And then August 30th, prior to 1 p.m. Pacific time, teams must reduce their rosters to a maximum of 53 players. So we are 2 months away from basically that time frame now. So it's getting there. It's getting close. I'm excited.
Getting there.
I can't wait to get out there. So we're gonna move on to the next segment.
I can't wait till he says that, and then he's like, one day he's just gonna be like, "It's hot as fuck down here."
I know. Honestly,
like
I haven't really even felt the heat, but I haven't been out. I haven't been outside.
You haven't been
like
outside
that.
though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, Nathan, you have someone congratulating you.
Thank you. Yeah, she had DM'd me.
Mm-hmm.
A very nice message. I thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So going to Mendoza, still unsigned. Business or bad luck? Leo, are you worried?
Bad look. That is a bad look.
This is not a bad look.
He does not want to play for this team. He does not want to play for the Raiders. We should have never drafted him. We should have traded back.
Well, I mean, a lot of people. I mean, there's fans
and they're idiots. They're idiots for thinking that. I'll tell you why. Because if it was bad luck, him not wanting to play here, he wouldn't have done all this OTA bullshit he's been doing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to worry about it. His contract is already set. The only issue is the negotiation of the bonus. Normally, rookies get their bonus up front. The Raiders
sign it today,
Raiders like to use karma. They give it to you in installments. That's the only difference, bro. That's what they're negotiating.
Yeah.
So this whole thing about Mendoza hasn't signed. Oh my God. Like it's Jamarcus Russell all over again. Stop.
Hey, Cheeto hit it on the head, bro.
It's the signing bonus, bro. Most rookies get it up front. The Raiders like to pay it out in installments. That's the only thing. That's the only thing they're negotiating. So yeah, there's nothing bad about
said it's a bad look. Not about said he knows what he's doing.
I think it's like $38 million or something like that, isn't it, Cheeto? I think I heard some broad numbers of like $53 million, like guaranteed, and then 38.
His contract?
Yeah.
So the way the rookie ones, because of all the bullshit with the other quarterbacks, all the bullshit they did, Sam Bradford, Jamarcus Russell. So now it's like his contract's about $57 million, right?
Yeah.
And his signing bonus is about $38 million.
38.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either the Raiders give him the $38 million up front, or how they've been doing it. Genti, I think, only got like 10 up front last time, and then the rest was paid like in installments.
Yeah, it says the Raiders typically stagger bonus payouts, paying 7%, and then followed by a 12% in mid-September and then 10% in October.
Yeah.
That's how the
Raiders
Raiders
if they
normally
refuse
do
to
it.
give him the bonus up front, which is what he wants, how long does he stretch this out for? Because if he's under contract, he can't play.
Yeah.
He can't even be on the field.
I think we're worrying about, like, if you're talking about how long can he stretch it out.
Right.
I think we're going like we can't really predict that.
If training camp starts and he still hasn't signed, in order for him to be on the field, he has to sign a waiver. Because if he's not under contract, then he's not protected if he gets injured. Right? So if he doesn't sign it by then, and he still wants to be on the field, because guys, I like to be with my teammates and stuff. You know how he is, right? He would have to sign a waiver to go on the field in order to do that. Yeah, but I don't see that being an issue. Not with him. Yeah, he's a business guy, just trying to figure out the numbers, how that's going to work. Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out
Remember,
to
he's not taking endorsements either. So this is his money. This is what's going to be his money.
Well, that's his dumbass reason for not.
I don't think it's dumb if you think about it, though.
Of course it is. Why would you not take advantage of it?
Because he just came from NIL where he made like $20 million. They don't need to do that anymore.
$38 million bonus being signed.
Who said he's bitching?
Yeah, but why not sign it?
I will still have my lawyers and my business people look at it and not just be like, you know what, Mark, you ain't gonna fuck me over. I got you. Fuck that.
I trust Mark.
Right? No, I'm still gonna have my people look over it before I sign it.
Shut up and sign it, right, Jeff? Shut up and sign
the goddamn thing. Seriously.
No, Lord. All right, get off my lawn.
Just sign a contract.
Well,
Just sign it.
No,
be happy you're getting Be happy you're going to get the $38 million, whether it's paid all in one
Oh,
shot.
that mentality, huh? Just be
Yeah.
happy you're there. You didn't work hard to get it. Just be happy
yeah,
it gave it to
exactly.
you. You didn't do
Well,
nothing.
you said you didn't work hard. I mean,
to play ball.
you're not wrong. So
Right? You didn't do nothing to deserve that money.
He had the ball up quite a lot.
Like, come on, dude.
turn to the left, hand ball off. Turn to the right. Hand ball off. Oh, shuttle pass. Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
Salute to Rafa with the $2.68 odd amount. $2.68 super chat. Thank you, my brother. I think that's to your channel, Leo. That was on you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, he just had his he did his broadcast in Spanish the other day when he was doing the World Cup. That was pretty dope.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, to me, football makes more sense in Spanish to me. Yeah. Fuck Alexi Lawless. Shout out to Zlatan.
Mendoza will start how many games out of 17 between those?
That is fucking hilarious, bro.
I think it's going to be Kirk Cousins all the way through. I don't see Mendoza.
I think it depends on how many wins we have. If we're by the bye week and we're like 3-4 wins, I think then they start to get the push for.
I think it also depends on how well he's developed too. You still don't.
Well, how can you tell if he's developed if he's not on the field?
Yeah.
That's why it's just.
There've been a lot of smart backup QBs that are awesome at the clipboard and then boardroom, but once they get on that field, it's like, yeah.
No, I don't think he has any endorsements.
He does. I'm pretty sure from like his NIL.
Yeah, but it's probably it's probably still stuff from college. Nothing
he
new.
He has Fanatics. I know he has Fanatics. He has Fanatics for sure.
That's all you fucking need then.
Because they made this big old deal about one card that had one first autograph.
Yeah.
You bought one pack with one card just to try and get it. Yeah.
That's insane.
That is insane how much he made off of that, bro. Yeah.
So, I'm going to go ahead. What?
Oh, I was going to just say a little off tangent, but me and my girlfriend bought the Panini pack of the World Cup, the book where you get pull stickers. You
the sticker book.
Yeah, we got Leo Messi on the first pull. Our first pack, we got Leo Messi.
That is awesome.
That was so sick. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Leo's the best, bro.
Did you open it?
What?
You opened up the book and took was it sealed?
No, so you don't remember these when we were kids, Jack? You
buy
buy the packs of stickers and you put them in there based on the number.
Yeah.
So you actually peeled them off and put them down?
Yeah, you peel them off of the thing and you put them in your book.
You put it in your book. Uh-huh.
You just ruined it. Should have left it whole.
He's saying it's more valuable just as the sticker with the regular backing.
Oh, not those, bro. The Panini ones? No.
Yeah, that's what everybody said back in the day, and then now everything's fucking ridiculous. If it's not sealed, nobody wants shit. Luckily, I got a bunch of my cards that I'm trying to get rid of that are still full sets, sealed, wrapped in the original factory plastic. So,
how's that going?
The guys I got coming to look at my stuff, they won't touch anything else but that stuff. So they got a bunch of that shit still wrapped.
But if
Leo, obviously you're not worried about Mendoza not being signed yet.
No, not one bit.
Will, are you worried about him not being signed yet?
Bro, this is like Leo said, strictly business, man. I'm like, it's all about the bonus, how they want to pay it out. He wants it in the lump sum, or like, what's the numbers? Hey, they're gonna give a little bit. Each side gives a little bit. Not a big deal.
And Nate, I know you'll sign it now and just be done with it, right?
I'm worried about him being on our team.
What?
You're still on that?
That's,
you haven't let that go
what
yet?
I'm worried about.
You still haven't let that go?
No, I'm past it. It doesn't really matter to me.
So, all right, let me ask you this then. I'll ask all three of them. We'll start with Will to answer first. If this drags out closer to July 23rd, do you start to worry?
No. I'm not
so
worried.
right around the time he's supposed to report as a rookie and he's still not under contract, you're not worried? That's a month from now.
No, because he's not going to start.
Doesn't matter.
I'm like, I'm not worried about it because, bro, like literally, we're talking about them being just a little bit apart. We're not talking. It's already a set thing. The numbers are not going to change. It's all just in the way that the bonus is going to be paid out. He wants one lump sum. He might be like, hey, you know what? Give me 70%. Give me 50%. I don't know what the percentages are, but they're gonna work some numbers out. But I'd be like, at the end of the day, he'll be in camp before the freaking first snap of rookie comp. It might even be the day of. But I'm not worried about it, man.
Leo?
No, it's like I told you when you're talking about battles that I'm looking at this offseason. That's a content creator battle about Mendoza's contract. They're the ones that might worry about it, have shit to talk about. If you see Mendoza, if there was anything to worry about, you would see him not showing up, period. Right? You would hear things about how they're miles apart, right? How they're trying to rearrange the way rookie contracts are done. And that's not what it is. It's just basically the signing bonus, the percentage, the details. Mendoza's a businessman, trying just to make sure how it's going to work for him, how it's going to work for them. And that's it. But am I worried about it? Absolutely not. Yeah.
And Nate?
No, I'm not worried about it. I mean, he's going to get his money no matter which way, if it's upfront or if it's in due time. He's going to get it. And so I'm honestly just worried about the football stuff. Not worried about it, but just like, let's get to the football stuff. That's really what it is.
Getting the ball from under center, your footwork, the timing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's shit to worry about, not the signing bonus.
Right.
Yeah. What is that?
So it's going to be Will because my dog doesn't sound like that with a box. That dog sounds like a squeeze toy.
Right? That's a dog?
Yeah, that's my Yorkie. Don't hate.
Oh, Lord.
My dog would eat that dog.
Right? It's all starting to make sense now.
My Yorkie's a savage, bro. We can kill your dog.
I'm sure.
Fredo Paul wants to know if you're coming out to the Texans game. You're not going to Houston this year.
Oh, no, I'm not going to. Not for a preseason game. Mm-mm.
What's up, Edgar Sosa?
The only reason I went to Arizona last year for a preseason game was just to meet up with my Arizona friends. Yeah. I know, right, Rosetown? That's what I said. It sounded like a turkey. Yeah. I know that movie.
Somebody kill that turkey.
Oh, that's funny. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Are you worried, Jeffrey?
Yeah. Jeff.
Are you going to be worried before that?
Right now, no.
July
no, not right now, no. But
No?
if he's not signed by as we get closer to training camp, it's a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, because here's the thing: if he's not under contract, okay, and minicamp opens or the rookies report,
Mm-hmm.
he still can't fully practice. He can be at the facility,
Right.
but he would have to then sign a participation / injury protection agreement.
Yeah, that waiver I was talking about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which means if he signs that waiver and he gets hurt, it's on him.
Yeah.
So he would have to sign that. In other words, if he doesn't sign that, he ain't getting on the field and participating in anything. So he's going to lose time. That's the problem. That's where it's an issue that I guess fans aren't realizing. So if this drags beyond the 23rd and he's not there when the rookie training camp opens, and then when the veterans show up, and if he's still not there or still hasn't signed it, he's going to lose even more valuable time because now the rest of the squad is there, and he's not getting that time with them. And it's not his decision. That's like an NFL team-by-team thing.
It's his decision to sign it, and I get what you're saying.
It's his decision.
But has he given you any indication that he would hold out over something that small?
No, but I'm just saying
why worry?
It could be an issue once we get around the 23rd of July. Right now, I'm not worried.
And the world could end between now and then also.
Hey Cheeto, how dare you tell us how to create content, okay?
Yeah, Leo.
Drama, Leo.
I'm not teaching you how to fan. I'm just saying there's certain shit you can't control, and then other things that are plain eyes that you can see are going to happen, right? He hasn't given you that indication that that's the kind of shit or player that he is.
I agree. I mean, like like he says, he's a big team guy,
right?
You know what? It might take a little bit more time to get the right numbers there, but he signs the contract.
Now, if we were say we had Caleb and this was going on, then I would be fucking worried because the player of Caleb's, I guess, status or whatever, right, would have a different mentality behind that money.
Caleb would have signed the day he got drafted, okay?
Shut the Remember his dad wanted part of the team and all this other bullshit.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Remember? That's why
Travis, I'll let you know when he starts dropping it because I haven't heard it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. And that's what I mean, Jeff. That's the reason I brought up Caleb. When you hear shit like that, then that's when it's like, hold up, bro. What's Fernando's camp doing? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you haven't heard that. Nothing like that from that kid.
No.
He just wants to play ball.
I'm taking Caleb on a holdout, then Fernando signed.
That's a different conversation. That's a different conversation.
We're going to move on from Mendoza. I got one more question for you guys on Mendoza.
Okay.
Does he need to play this year, or is sitting behind Kirk Cousins the smartest move, where he doesn't touch the field at all?
So glad you brought this up.
It's a good question.
So we'll start with Will. We'll go right across.
I'm gonna say it like this: if he doesn't play, that means that fucking Kirk Cousins is killing it this season. That means that he's going out there and putting in work. And I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, I'll be a happy camper because we're fucking winning. I'm like, and that's gonna be a big change of culture, right? Do I think that and this is where like listening to other shows and stuff like that becomes interesting because people are saying that most of his counterparts start about 14 games a season. You know, I don't really see that happening. I hope that we have a better season. I'm like, if he doesn't start, that means we're winning. If he starts, that means our team sucks. That teams our fucking offense is failing. So I'd be like, and we're going to look at him to come be the savior.
But you're not answering the question. Does he need to play this year, or is sitting behind Kirk Cousins the smart move?
I think sitting behind Kirk Cousins the smart move if we're winning.
All right. Leo?
I think it's a personal philosophy. As a fan, I want to see him out there and see what he can do. But because Tom Brady and them have numerously let us know they have a plan, and they prefer when you have the luxury to not force a quarterback in there, then you use that to your advantage, right?
Yeah.
So logically, that makes sense to me, right? As a fan and what I want to see if he's it, of course I would want to see him start. I've never liked Kirk Cousins. I know even if Kirk plays good, we're only going to get so far with Kirk Cousins, right? But at the same time, it's like, I do want to see the kid. But because greater minds are out there leading the team, like Tom Brady, Kubiak, Joku, all them, and if they feel that the best thing for him right now is to sit back and learn this offense, then I'm with it as well. But the fan in me, that's why I'm going to the preseason game in Arizona. I want to see this kid on the field.
Yeah.
I want to see this motherfucker on the field. And that's probably, in my mind, the only time I'm going to get to see him early in the season, barring any injury.
Probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nate?
Yeah, I think it's in his best interest to sit this year. Kind of like Leo was saying, they have already said that they want him to sit this year. And if we do see him in regular season action, I think it's going to be maybe the last 2 weeks, just to get real NFL regular season experience.
Right.
And even if Kirk Cousins isn't balling out and we're getting wins after wins after wins, I still don't see any, unless it's like 0 and like 12 to that point, then we'll probably see him. But even if it gets to that, I think it would still be hard to take Kirk Cousins out. You know, fan pressure will be there, but I think as an organization, they don't really feel the internal pressure of putting your number one draft pick out there. Mainly because, like Leo was saying, they have a plan internally. They have a timeline that they want to meet. And I think they're going to stick to it because I believe now they feel comfortable with this regime, the coaching staff, the leadership now that's established. with their plan that they have, set out for the future. So I do think we don't really see much of Mendoza, no matter how the season goes. But yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, and I think who was it that said it? Right here, and this was what I was going to say when it got to me.
True.
I I don't want to put him out there with this offensive line right now until we know for sure that they are gelled as a unit. So I'm with Kirk Cousins starting as long as he has to, and even if Kirk isn't cutting it right now, just put AOC out there. Let this kid sit. Let this kid fully get acclimated. Which is one of the reasons why you cannot trade away AOC 12, because you're going to need a legit backup. If you still want to win games, or you're not worried about winning games, you just want to evaluate his talent against real NFL game time experience, then that's fine. Just throw the kid to the Wolves and say a couple of Hail Marys and our fathers and move on, because until we know for sure what this line's going to look like, he could be in for a rough year. And Arnie's got a question. If Cousins gets hurt, do you start AOC or Mendoza? You start AOC. I'm sorry. You give the guy that's going to give you the best chance to win right now based on him knowing the system and being here already. Mendoza's coming in starting from scratch. Most of the chat's pretty much saying have him sit for the most part. Yeah, and that's the other thing, too. If our running game is stuck in the mud, teams are just going to key off on the quarterbacks, and they're just going to kill them,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm not. I agree with AOC, Maya, JPJ, Crosby. I'm sorry, he's just not. He's not worth the money. It's totally not worth the money. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. Let me see. He's going to run commercial for my taste. Let's see. AOC knows it. Not necessarily the system, but the players and everything. He's been in the league going on 4 years. He's got NFL experience. Mendoza has none. He's got 0 right now. So that's kind of what I meant by that. Knows the system. Shut up, Jason.
Yeah, he doesn't know the system. I'm like, nobody knows the system.
He's not going to be traded. If we trade AOC, that could be one of the. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but I think that would be one of the dumbest moves we could make. Because then who's going to be our quarterbacks? Kirk Cousins, Mendoza, and that means the rookie we drafted also later in the undrafted free agent is going to be the backup.
No, we're gonna put him on the practice squad. I bet
that's what I mean.
Every 3, and then we'll see if we can't trade.
If we even put him on the practice squad, he may not even good enough to make the practice squad. What's up, Mike Guerrero? Yeah, see, Travis says the same thing. Definitely shouldn't trade him. All right, we're gonna move on to the next subject, or the next topic. Wide receiver room. This might be kind of the topic where I think fan bases are going to, they're already split, obviously, on Mendoza and running backs and whatever. But I think wide receiver, is definitely one of our weaker positions. There's no two ways about it. Some fans want a proven veteran wide receiver 1, and some fans want the Raiders to just let the young guys cook, let them play. So my question is, right now you have Trey Tucker, Jalen Nailor, Jack Bech, Dante Thornton, Malik, Benson, and the rest of that group trying to carve out roles for us. So the question is whether that is enough, especially if you're trying to help either Kirk Cousins or Fernando. So, Will, I'm going to ask you first. Do the Raiders need to add a veteran wide receiver 1 before camp, yes or no?
Wow. So I'll say it like this. It depends on the veteran. Listening today, I heard the name DeAndre Hopkins dropped. A D-Hop? I would love a D-Hop. I'd be like, I think a DeAndre Hopkins would be fantastic. Now, if you're talking Stephon Diggs and his 15 baby mamas, nah, we don't need none of that action. You know, we need somebody that's going to come in
He's
here.
not the one with all the kids, though, Diggs.
Huh?
Diggs isn't the one with all the kids. Tyreek
Baby
Hill
mama drama.
Mama drama. Never mind.
That's Tyreek.
He's Cardi B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you got too many. D Hop for me, I think is a great move. Solid older guy like that, and I think he's going to come in at a decent price. Now, it depends on the personality, and that's going to be big time. But
so, are you a yes or a no? Or are you I don't know.
I don't think we need to bring in a big name, but I'd be like, if you bring in DeAndre Hopkins, am I going to be mad? Fuck no. Like, it's D Hop, bro. He's legit.
Didn't he collected Social Security already?
Almost, bro. D Hop was Deshaun Watson's.
Yeah.
So he's been
wide
around
receiver.
a long time.
Wide receiver at Houston.
Been around a long time.
That was D Hop. Deshaun Watson, y'all, before everything went to shit. Yeah.
So, Leo, same question for you. Do the Raiders need to add a veteran wide receiver?
It drives me crazy when people ask you that, because if you tell them yes, oh yeah, I agree with you. Tell me who. Diggs, Hill, Allen, Debo, Ayuk, Brandon Cooks, Curtis Samuel, Noah Brown, Tyler Lockett. Like, who's the number one veteran wide receiver out there that we're supposedly going to add? So even if you did want to bring one, who are you bringing? Right? Who are you bringing at this point? And out of all that names, to your point, the only one that makes sense is D-Hop. But even D-Hop is not a number one wide receiver at this point in his career.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. And if anything, he had the chance to prove that when he was with Mahomes. When he was with Mahomes, I thought he was going to light it up with Mahomes.
He was invisible.
Yeah. I remember trying to trade for him in fantasy. Like, this dude's about to go buck wild. Right? He didn't do shit. Yeah. So, I mean, and the way this offense is going to be figured, I think at this point right now, it's more of a luxury than a need, because you have Gentry, because you have Brock Bowers. You know, those are your primary weapons on the offense. Anything else after that is just additional, supporting cast. Right? And everybody bitched about it last year. You don't know what you have in the rookies because they never got a chance, because we brought in Lockett, right? So let's not do that again this year.
Fucking dumbass move.
Yeah, let's not do that dumbass shit this year again. Let's let these guys see what they can do, right? Like, hey, Josh Bech, shut me the fuck up. Make me your biggest fan, bro. Have this game where you're going to come on the show one day and I'm going to be wearing that fucking jersey. Right, Nathan? Like,
I'll get it for you. I'll get it for you.
Be in Vegas with the Jack Bech jersey, bro. Make that day happen.
Bech needs to be your next Tim Brown. The way you got so excited seeing Tim Brown in Houston, that's how you want to be when you see Jack Bech. Right. So, Nate, what's your take? Yes or no that we need a veteran wide receiver?
I'm going to say no as well. I really want to push this wide receiver group to be better than what it has been in the past. And I think we've already added our wide receiver, our veteran presence wide receiver in Jalen Nailor. Although, maybe it's not a bigger name, that people have wanted, but he has some production in the NFL, and he sat behind a very good wide receiver core in front of him with Jay Jettas and the former USC Trojan and Blitnikoff winner.
Oh, here we go.
But I think that's going to be our veteran presence in that room. I want to see more out of Trey Tucker. I want to see more out of Jack Bech. And we have some rookies that I think could produce as well. Of course, we've been dying to see some improvement out of Dante Thornton. Hopefully, this coaching staff can coach him up this season. So I think really if we're trying to add somebody, it's going to be next year in the draft. I think that's what our draft need is going to be for the next year.
What's that guy's name out of Ohio State?
Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith, baby.
I don't hope we're that bad, but if we're that bad and we get Jeremiah Smith, I don't think I'm going to be sad.
Right? Uh-huh.
So
especially if we're like top 3.
Ooh, I know.
Trade that shit back to get Jeremiah.
Outside of Bowers, I don't know who our stud tight ends are. We've got one. one that's proven anything out of the entire tight end.
I mean, if people can believe in Santa and believe in AOC, we can believe in Michael Mayer.
Hey, we're still going on potential.
You know? Yeah.
My take on it, I don't want to add a veteran wide receiver. I don't think any of them out there really add any value, to be honest with you. I really don't. You know, and it's again, what's happening now is because everybody looks at us as not having that true number one X receiver. Like, as soon as a player like Booty, as soon as the Patriots are talking of kicking that idea around about, trading him, it was like, he'd be a perfect fit for the Raiders. Of course,
but is Booty even a proven number one wide
He's not even that. Yeah,
well,
Booty wasn't even that.
He's not a number one. He wasn't even a number one here in New England.
Or Keon Coleman was the other name, right? That was thrown around.
Yeah.
Right?
No, so
in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we need to add a wide receiver right now. And Brock Bowers, yes, would be the number one passing option, for a receiver. He's not the number one wide receiver because he's a tight end, first of all. Who knows who's going to step up.
But he's not a tight end, though. And that's the thing, though. He is a tight end, but he plays more than just a tight end.
Like the wingback spot.
What's up, Willie Wayne? I mean, most of the chat's kind of split. I mean, they're saying no. Some are saying yes.
So the ones who were saying yes, who's the one you would bring in?
So
I think that's the biggest question, because any of the wide receivers that are out there right now is just going to be a headache, off the field. Like Debo's always been a headache. Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs. I mean, D-Hop isn't, but he hasn't produced really.
D-Hop's older now.
So right now, to answer this question, we have 12 wide receivers that are active, and 2 of them. So we've got 14 in total. 2 are on the injured reserve. One is Justin Shorter, and the other one's Corey Rucker.
Yeah.
So our wide receiver room is Bech, Trey Tucker, Nailor, Thornton, Benson, Derek Young, Philip Dorsett, Jason Shedrick, Chase Roberts, Brandon Johnson, E.J. Williams, Jonathan Brady, and Nicholas Henning.
Where's Cedric Jackson?
Yeah, where's Cedric Jackson?
Didn't they? Yeah, he's here. Jackson's here.
Okay. You must have said his name wrong. Then.
Did I say his name?
Probably said his first name wrong. You probably said Cedric.
No, I said Shedrick. I said his name. But he's in there. Yeah. I just don't think that any of them are worth bringing in. I don't know what value they add. So let me ask you this then. Start with you, Leo. Which young receiver has the best chance to change the conversation in camp? Like, who do you think's has the chance to come out and shine?
I think Nailor. One, because Nailor was behind 2 good wide receivers. As much as it pains me to say the other one's name. But he was behind 2 good receivers in Minnesota. And the fact that Kubiak and them went out there and got him. They see something they can do with this kid. I'm not saying he's JSN, right? But there's definitely something they can do with this kid that they saw that will add to this offense with Brock Bowers, right? And then the other one, too, I think Cedric Jackson, to me, I think could be like this dark horse that we're like, oh, shit, what is it? He could be like the next, remember Seth Roberts came out of nowhere? Like, holy shit. Like, who's this number 10? Like, all of a sudden, Seth Roberts.
Well, he showed potential last year.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Seth Roberts was the same way before he finally blew up with Carr, right? Before they finally got like a good offense going. So to me, that's someone also because of his speed and his hands can probably make some noise. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Diggs is coming off an injury again still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't want to bring guys in with like injury history.
Yeah,
That's
how was
problem. That dude is a problem, bro. Who wants to bring problems into their locker room?
The only problem
Las
I was
Vegas.
cool bringing in was AJ Brown. Yeah, because that's a number 1 wide receiver.
Oh yeah. Just like just like Devontae Adams, it's just that Devontae at least was productive on the field for us when he was here.
Yeah.
AJ Brown didn't even. Antonio Brown didn't even touch anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I'll give fucking AJ Brown all the books he wants to read on them motherfuckers. Right? Like here, hey, take the whole Harry Potter series, bro. Just score touchdowns. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people calling out Benson as a sleeper.
That has a lot to do with Oregon, the Oregon offense, I'm sure. But then at the same time, like, what are you expecting out of a late round wide receiver pick at that point? You know, traditionally, if someone does hit on the late round, it's not all the time. You go back to the Dylan Lobbies, the CMC 2.0s, right? He was a late round pick. A couple years back, Tommy Merlot, touchdown Tommy, didn't even make the fucking squad. Yeah. No. Mm-hmm.
So Peggy says, anybody who thinks that the Raiders don't need a bona fide number one wide receiver just doesn't know football. The object is to get 5, 6, 7 men off the line of scrimmage so Genty has room. The object is to keep the safeties occupied deep and away from linebacker territory. The object is to be able to use all the playbook and the field, not a part of it. You need a guy, DBs and DCs, fair now, not someone who might develop into a threat by November. 3 years and they're still single covering Trey, another reason.
But that's not necessarily true, though, because even with the number one wide receiver, you still have to have the ability to get that guy the ball. As much as Devontae bitched, he was still a number one wide receiver. You just couldn't get him the fucking ball.
I think the issue is that I agree. We need a bona fide number one receiver.
Yeah, eventually.
The fact is, there's not one out there right now.
No,
there's not one available to us to go pick up and be like, okay, this is our number one wide receiver. Let's go with this guy plus the supplemental people that we have behind him.
Right.
There's plenty of former number one wide receivers available, but they're just not that anymore.
And if anything,
past that time frame.
The Chiefs proves you don't need one to win a fucking Super Bowl.
That is
who was the number one
we also
wide
don't
receiver,
have Patrick Mahomes though.
Right? They did it with what? With a quarterback.
Yeah, wasn't there a top guy that year, like Juju Smith-Schuster or something?
It was Kelsey. Kelsey was the main thing.
Well, I mean, not Kelsey, not named Kelsey, basically.
Yeah.
It was basically anybody who was able to get open that wasn't Kelsey. Yeah.
Did AJ Brown have knee injury issues?
When, last year?
No, at all in his career. I don't think he had.
I mean, like a couple of times, but not to be out like
nothing major. Like
I don't even think those were real, bro. They were just drama between him and the fucking team.
Well, yeah,
he did not like being there. You saw how happy he was when he got out of there.
See, G-Fam says you bring in Diggs. He played with Cousins in Minnesota alongside assistant head coach Kubiak and QB coach Klint.
I can see.
He already knows the Kubiak system in 2019.
Yeah, I know.
But it's just
even Kirk said it though. That Kubiak system he knew back then is not the Kubiak system now.
It's different.
Yeah.
He keeps changing it, adapting.
Right. So this notion that it's the same system because he played before does not mean he's going to be able to do it again this year.
Well, it changes based on the talent that he's got on whatever team he's with, too.
And does Diggs seem to you as the football player that's going to come in here and focus on learning a new system?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Or is he just still playing based on his talent alone?
And he's going to be one of those guys saying, "I'm going to run out and in. I'm going to put my hand up."
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you guys this: how he's going to demand the football?
1,000%.
Football in his hand. I'd be like,
there's only one football to go around, so
yeah.
So that's going to,
and that leads to drama as the season goes on if he's not getting the touches.
Mm-hmm.
And even though when we talk about having like guys that are deep threats, right? Isn't that burners? Isn't that what we have all over the field? Is extreme amount of speed? I'll be like, there's a wide receiver position.
It's Trey and who else?
Addison or Nailor. Nailor's a burner. You got Trey Tucker, who's a burner.
You definitely need people to block.
You know, you got
Ardell hit it right on the head too.
Oh no, Jack Bech is not a burner, bro. He's a possession.
No, blocker.
Oh yeah.
But we already have a guy though that attracts double coverage, and that's Brock Bowers.
Yep.
What team out there, other than maybe Denver, right, can one-on-one Bowers? Denver because of PS2.
That's really it.
Right? Denver because of PS2.
Yep.
I don't even think Derwin James can do it. Can he?
Yeah,
I don't say Derwin James.
I don't know.
Derwin James is he's legit.
No, he's good. He's good, but
you look at some of these secondary guys that were drafted in the past couple of drafts too. They're bigger, they're stronger. They're the guys that have that same type of frame and play style as Patrick Surtain. because tight ends are becoming a thing again in this league, like a consistent thing. Because there's a lot of teams with good tight ends, really good tight ends. And if you can't shut those tight ends down or keep up with them, they're going to kill you. Look at us. We can't, no matter who it is, we historically, every year, no matter who it is, we can't stop tight ends. And it's not just this regime of coaching can't do it. No, this goes all the way back to what the hell's his name from the Chargers?
Antonio Gates.
Yeah, it's not go back as far as that. And Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, Kelsey. We still to this day, Kelsey.
Mind you, those three are elite level tight ends. Though. They weren't just regular tight ends.
Yeah, and they're all in our division too. You know, but still, it's like we always have bad history against tight ends, regardless of who they are or what team they're on, for some reason. And you know what that is? That's bad play at linebacker too. When you don't have good linebackers and they can't keep up with some of these tight ends, And
we haven't had a good linebacking core since the law firm of Morrison and Howard.
Was that after? That was after Beaker, right?
Yeah, that was after Beaker.
Yeah.
Kirk Morrison and Howard were the
that's like 07 or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because we need a guy who instantly tracks double coverage, that defenders, people have to game plan for. Unfortunately, they're hard to find these days. Maybe we wait to cut.
See, now if we were to find a wide receiver like that, imagine how much damage Bowers would do even more. Because if you think about it, when we had Tay, that's when Bowers went off.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, and you think about
what happened last year?
Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle had JSN.
Oh, yes.
Shannon
Sharp. I forgot about him, too.
Oh, my God. The fucking horse.
Fucking hated that guy.
Man, that
I couldn't stand Sterling Sharp? I love Sterling Sharp. Shannon Sharp? Ugh.
I hate Shannon Sharp.
Let me ask you guys this. Seattle, JSN became big in Seattle, right? Was he a big name coming out of college?
No.
Yes,
he was a big name already, bro.
Oh,
yeah. If people are telling you JSN was only good because of Seattle, stop talking to them.
No. That's why I was asking you guys.
Yeah, no.
I said, was JSN before he's
Yes.
So he was a legitimate one?
Ohio State. Yeah,
Rose
Bowl. Ohio State Rose Bowl against Utah. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. He was insane.
Yeah.
Right,
There's a reason he had a nickname before he even came here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to move to the defense now. So Raiders defense, money spent, no excuses. So let's talk defense. We put a shit ton of money in this. I think was it 147? Is that what it is? 147 million, I think is the number. Leo, we'll start with you. Is the defense under more pressure than the offense going into camp?
I think the offense is just because of Mendoza and Shinty. There's more expectations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the defense, because it's still young, there's a lot of they could be this if they develop, right? They could be that if Robbie Leonard's system works well, right? But I still think the offense is still under more pressure because of how young this defense is.
Yeah.
I think that's where the expectations, while they can be, they're young, there's potential there, but I think the expectations are still more on the offense.
All right, Will, I got one for you. Who's under the most pressure on defense, the pass rush, linebackers, secondary, or the coaching staff?
Ooh, the pass rush, the second.
Who's Columbia playing?
The most pressure, the guy that's under the most pressure right now to produce is going to be Max Crosby. Straight up. Because guess what? His trade just got, rescinded. He has a big chip on his shoulder. So honestly, if he really wants to show up and show out and say, hey, man, I'm that motherfucker. He keeps going out and saying, hey, man,
I'm him.
I'm him. That motherfucker, guess what? You better show me those numbers this year, and you better produce at a level that is, more than 10 sacks a season, 12 sacks a season. You better be in that top 5 for sacks. You better have fantastic numbers and lead this team. So I'd be like, at the end of the day, I'm like, I think defense is under some pressure because defense is always ahead of the offense. And this team is going to rely heavily on its defense to keep it in games early in the season.
I think a lot of it's too the money that we spent too is why the defense is going to be under pressure. But if I had to answer this one, I would probably go with Robbie Leonard is under the most pressure because this is his first stint as an actual defensive coordinator. You know, is he being allowed to instill the defense that he thinks fits best with the guys that are on this roster, or is he going to still be trying to use what Patrick Graham showed him, or is he going to listen to Kubiak and, you know, take what he's given for advice with the defense? You know, is Kubiak just setting him loose and letting him do what he wants? So I would pick the coach, to be honest with you. I think the players are the players. I think it's the coach that's really under the pressure. He could be a one-and-done defensive coordinator for all we know.
Yeah, but even the players
talent
too,
and money
though,
we've spent.
The coach will prepare you to a certain extent, but the players still got to go out and execute. And they have to have the talent and the ability.
But ultimately, I get that, but the coach is still ultimately responsible.
Right.
Hey, same thing with last year. Offensive line coach was horrible.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay?
You know,
we could have had Buddy fucking Ryan as our defensive coordinator last year. But with the players we had last year, we weren't going to do shit. Especially once Max went down.
Well, especially with all the crap that Pete Carroll brought in for
that's what I'm saying. We could have had the best named defensive coordinator out there on this fucking squad. But it wouldn't have fucking mattered because the talent just wasn't there. And I think that's what they're starting to do, though.
Yeah. Nate, I got a question for you. Yep. Do you think the fan base is expecting the defense to carry the team early at the start of the season?
I think Leo kind of answered this. I think there's more expectations on the offense there right now because of the draft capital that we invested on that side of the ball so far. You know, most of our first round picks have been on that side of the ball, and that we have right now. So I do think that it's going to be more heavily leaned on the offense than the defense. I think the defense is still young and they need time. Especially with how you were saying there's a new defensive coordinator. So I think that it's definitely going to be more relied on the offense in the beginning of the year because of the players that we have on that side of the ball.
All right. Keyron Crawford signing his rookie deal is part of this too now. So the defensive front, it's getting deeper. You know, we're getting the players in there. He may not have to be a superstar right away, but what do you think of his potential overall? We'll start with Will and go across. You think he can get, like rotational snaps, or is it more?
I'll be honest, man. I don't watch a lot of college football. Like I said, I'm not a big college football guy. So I'm like, what we can expect for, in my opinion, like what I would like to see is him be a rotational guy that comes in there with Malcolm Kuntz and Quentin Pay, and like they see different things, right? They give you different things that they can do. So that's where I see him fitting in. I see him being a rotational piece. Now, if he comes out and he's an absolute monster, people are saying that he has a tremendous work ethic, that he has a lot of want in him. I mean, like, bro, you always want players like that. So I can see him moving into a starting role like that if Malcolm Kuntz doesn't produce.
He's got that dog.
Yeah, I mean, like, but as Jeff says, that's overused. We don't want to like say that he got the dog in him, or you know. I'm like, because honestly, we're gonna see when it happens in pads, right? We're gonna be hearing about it that he's tearing people up. For me, I'm like in Robbie Leonard's defense, as they're saying, there's going to be multiple fronts, multiple things that they're going to be doing. He's a piece. He's a piece that he's going to be used to the best of his ability at whatever they think he does. But as a starter, man, if he's the starter, that means Malcolm Kuntz, we just spent $12 million for shit. Straight up. Because Malcolm Kuntz just signed a contract.
Do you guys think he's a 1 year contributor, or is he more of like developmental though, Leo?
Because of where we picked him, I wouldn't say he's developmental, but I also think it's going to depend on the fan expectations. Like if he's out there creating plays, right? If he's out there getting tackles for loss, contributing, I think it's a win. You got what you wanted from somebody in Auburn, right? That Auburn defense was really good. Auburn sucked because their offense was crap. Mm-hmm. But that Auburn defense was a tough defense, right? And he comes from that. And I think they did talk and look into the future by taking someone like him. Because you don't know the certainty of Max even at that time, right? He ended up getting traded. You don't know how Coots is going to develop or not. Yeah. And I think this was smart of them by saying, hey, you know what? We could add another end at this point right now. We did just sign Quiddy, but there's nothing wrong with adding more depth at this point. Yeah. Am I expecting to have a 10, 12 sack season? Like, absolutely not. But if the dude has like 4 sacks, some tackles for loss, or a play that we remember, or he knocked the shit out of, like, say, K9 in the backfield, like, I would be like, okay, this kid, he's going to be good.
Yeah. Who scored, Will?
Columbia. You Colombian today, dog, or what?
Hey, bro. Yep. Absolutely.
Who's Colombia playing right now?
They're playing the Republic of Congo.
Okay.
They're playing the Congos.
Bro, it's a good game. I mean, like I was even telling Cheeto, I don't have the opportunity to watch much of these games, but the games that I've watched, like it's been freaking good.
The England game was good earlier today.
Oh yeah,
that's right. That was here in New England.
Yeah, it was
0-0, bro. That was freaking crazy.
The last like 10 minutes were insane. But what's up, Jack? Go ahead.
So, do you think he's a 1 year contributor, or is he more of a developmental piece? What's your take?
For Kuntz or Crawford?
No, Crawford.
Okay, so I watched Behind the Shield the other day, and the Raiders dropped the first. The Raiders dropped the first episode of Behind the Shield, and they went into the NFL draft process and the scouting combine process, and hearing what they had to say after seeing a little bit of Crawford's interview with the Raiders organization and with the coaching staff, they have very, very high expectations that Crawford can be a developmental piece in this defense. And watching that, if you guys haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, definitely watch it. Hearing what they had to say about Crawford, I think they're really expecting him to be a developmental piece and become a guy for us on the defensive side of the ball. As of right now, we have guys that we have we put money into that's ahead of him right now in Kuntz and Kwity Paye, and I believe them to be the starters at this point. I believe it's going to be Max on one side and then those two rotating, and then of course Crawford sprinkled in here and there. So I do completely believe that goal Colombia.
I remember my first soccer match.
Let's go.
But yeah, I think Crawford is definitely a rotating piece as of right now. But like I said, go watch Behind the Shield. The way they tout him in their interview after, I think they expect a lot from him as a developmental piece.
Yeah, I heard about that this morning. How you need to go watch that, and it'll tell you a lot about why they went after this kid and why they really wanted him.
Because honestly, during draft time, it was kind of a surprise for me that we went out to get him. Mm-hmm. He wasn't really on my radar at all, to be honest. But yeah, I mean,
what I will say about the kid though is he does have the size and the strength. Like when we think about Max doesn't really. But Max is his work ethic and how hard he goes and building his craft. So he overcame that. But someone like Crawford, like if he can, man, he's got the size and the strength and all that stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna move on now to the Kobe Dean watch. Concern of smart.
I just saw another Raider fan.
Kobe Dean watch now.
I saw another Raider fan jump off a bridge again. First one said Fernando didn't sign. Now the other one said Kobe.
Now we got the Kobe.
Yeah, well, I mean, fans are concerned about it. Obviously, some are not. Some are just at a wait and see. The fuck? They just score again? That's 3 goals in the last 5 minutes.
Oh, fuck, bro. That was a fucking laser. Oh, no, he was offsides. Oh,
That's why I was laughing, because like, he was offsides. He's over here like, bro, did you not see the offsides?
no, I thought he was online. Fuck. You're right. But
Fucking Rafi, you want to come in here and run the show tonight? They're talking soccer now. Where's
Fuck,
Rafa?
I guess I got to put this game on now.
oh,
Shit.
That's what I thought you were watching when you were glancing over.
yeah,
No,
that's what I
I-
was watching too.
No, I have my other monitor on this side, so
I'm like, because hockey's over, so I don't know what the fuck I was here watching.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's why.
So, Will, start with you. Are you concerned about Dean missing the spring workouts?
No. I'd be like, he was in the facility. The Raiders, when they signed him, I'm sure they knew about his injury. They have a plan on the way they want to bring him back. You know, they're saying, hey, we want to bring him back slowly. I'd be like, we were worried about him not being at OT or non-mandatory stuff, but he was already in the building. So that means he's learning the defense. He's just out there, you know what, at 50% like Max.
Well, they're not saying he wasn't there. It's just that he wasn't out there doing any work, basically, because of the injury.
I'd be like, you think he's not in the facility getting treatment, being in the same room, learning the same steps? I'd be like, he can be out on the field watching. I don't know all the details, but what I'm saying is I'm not worried about it at this point in time. Now, if we are talking about on July 28th, then I'm concerned, because I'm saying, hey, man, like, you know what? This is OTAs. This is when you're supposed to report. How bad is this injury? You know, but honestly, at this point in time, they're not concerned. Not until OTAs come around and it's mandatory minicamp.
All right, Leo, for you, does with him missing time, do you think it puts more pressure on Quay Walker and the rest of the linebacker room?
I don't know if it puts more pressure on Quay Walker, but it does on the front office, because unlike Will, I don't think if they knew about this lingering injury, then they're stupid for getting him that contract, because he has an injury history already. The thing was, he didn't come here injured. Now, obviously, he showed up. Something must have happened again or whatever. He's older. I get it. Am I worried about it? Not yet, but it could be a concern, because he does have that in his history, right? That's been the downfall with the Kobe Dean. Can he stay healthy? Right? But I think Quay Walker, he's going to come in here and do his thing. He's another one that in the offseason, the more I saw him in interviews, the more I started liking him. And especially when I saw how big he is, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, good Lord, that's a big dude, right? Like, that's the linebacker, goddammit. But yeah, with Dean, I'm not too worried about it. OTAs are basically, I think we put a lot of it as fans, they're walkthroughs. You know, you're barely moving. So if somebody like Dean is not out there, or our 4th round corner is not out there, it's no big deal with this point.
Oh, so then that means all those throws by certain quarterbacks and running backs running the routes and so it really doesn't mean anything, right?
They don't. No, they don't. I said that either. You're in shorts and t-shirts.
I agree with you. I'm just, you know, like how some people
it looks
like
pretty on a reel
out there.
You know,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It looks, the way the Raiders do the film, it looks beautiful, right? But I'm not out there saying like, oh yeah, that's Tom Brady right there because of that. No,
yeah, right. Thank you.
Like, no, like, stop. Yeah, that would me be like saying, yeah, look at AOC's first 17 games. Of course he's a legend. Like, no, like stop, no. Yeah, I would be concerned of it because he's older. So I just but I'm glad that the team knows, and hopefully they take the right steps to get him ready to be on the field. Mm-hmm.
And Nate, are you worried about it? Or, I mean, you're going to be local, so you might hear news a little more common. Or
Nate's going to catch him like in crutches and shit. Like, breaking news, y'all.
Right outside, yeah.
He's going to keep his ear to the ground.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it, honestly. It seems like it's all precautionary at this point, just to make sure that they're available for training camp. What's up?
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's what it seems like at this point right now. So I'm definitely not concerned with the Kobe Dean.
Not yet, but I mean, even if that he did make training camp, right? If he was to get hurt week 1, then that's when I would be like, oh damn, now who's gonna play behind him, right?
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
G-Fam, he's joking. I know what he's asking.
What?
Because Randy asked, he goes, "Yo, did Max Crosby pass the physical?" It's just going back to the whole Ravens thing.
But he does though too before he gets on the field. Even Max isn't out there practicing. He's in the building. He's doing treatment, like Will was saying, as far as the Kobe Dean.
I'll ask him on Monday, guys. Don't worry.
There you go. You ask him. You go, hey, yo, what up, Black Boy? How's the knee looking?
For real.
So we're moving on to the next segment. There's kind of breaking news this afternoon, late this afternoon. There will be no 2026 supplemental draft, so that means Sorsby has to wait until the 2027 NFL draft in Washington, D.C. So, Leo, were you surprised that the NFL decided not to hold the supplemental draft?
I was. I'm glad, too, though, man.
I was surprised.
Letting the kid come into the league that way is like you're just closing your eyes to what he did. And I'm glad the league said, you know what? No, we're not going to do a supplemental draft. If you're going to play in the NFL, you got to wait till next year. And I'm so glad they're doing that because this goes beyond him. Like, if you watch college football, it's a whole other thing now. These kids are making more money before they even sign their first NFL contract. Some of them make less money than signing their first NFL contract. Like, let that sink in about the type of kids that are coming over here. So the NFL sooner or later has to get a hold of this bullshit, right? And the NCAA and find some way to bring this shit down, bro. Like, for real. The funny part, though, about all this is the NFL's main sponsors, right? DraftKings, FanDuel, all that bullshit.
Yeah, which is what I said in the chat when you brought that up, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's like, but yet on commercials for Fox and all these other broadcasters, you see DraftKings and, you see, some of the stadiums actually have draft. Don't they have like a DraftKings stand in some of them?
Yeah, the
like,
ones that allow it, they have it inside the stadium. Like
right?
Actual
so it's like,
your bet. Yeah.
What the fuck? It doesn't make sense. So, Will, if Sorsby would have been available, would you have wanted to see the Raiders take a stab at it?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Fuck no.
If we didn't have Mendoza, would you have wanted it to happen? Changed the answer, didn't it?
No.
Oh, I would have.
No,
if Mendoza wasn't, if we didn't take Mendoza, I would have definitely wanted us to.
Bro, I have character issues with that, bro. Every single pass, it's like you said. I would be debating if this guy bet on the game, if he overthrows somebody, if he underthrows somebody, if he throws an interception in a clutch moment.
Yeah.
You know that there's going to be speculation on that. Let's be
real. But to his defense, he was always betting on the over, so he was never trying to throw games like throw interceptions. I fumbled. He was trying to put points on the board.
But even in doing that, say you're trying to force a pass to get another score, and that causes a turnover. Even you trying to score more can lead to a mistake.
But he's not trying to undercut the score, basically.
But he's still trying to change the outcome to his favor.
Bro, you're still betting.
And mind you, this was at Indiana, motherfuckers. Right, holier than thou, the Hoosiers. This was when he was at Indiana. It started. It wasn't just at Texas Tech. Yeah. But I like how the young guy was shaking his head when we were talking about the.
I think it's so
character issue. The young guy was over here like
not character. I don't think it's a character issue. I think it's like. It's so regular to sports bet now. Like it's insane how regular it's become. How often I speak with just my peers, like people around the same age of like, I put the under on this. Oh yeah, I put, I had this guy for this much, or I had whatever. Like it's become such a normal, just typical conversation that I think that because it's become so normal that this is only the beginning of the issue.
Right.
This by far is only going to be the beginning because I can guarantee you that this is happening everywhere in the United States.
Oh, sure it is.
1,000%. So,
I mean, it's the same concept as fantasy football. If you think about it, it's still fantasy football.
A little bit.
with gambling.
That's what I told him last week. It's not the same, but
It's
it is because you're still paying out money.
Really,
you're still paying money in for it. But
not
I'll tell you, and Nate, I agree with what you're saying. How it's become such a normal thing now. When I used to work at as a bouncer in Providence
back in the 1800s,
I used to have to on Friday nights. I used to have to get the card from one of the bartenders and kind of secretly in the back fill out the card, give him the cash, and then he would.
I remember those cards.
And that's how I used to have to do it. I would pick certain college games, and then I would pick all the pro games, and I would go either the over or the under, and then give him whatever amount I wanted to put down on that card. Give him the card, and he would pass it off to a bookie, like a legit, not a legit, but like a real bookie, like in the back of a bar somewhere in a secret room. This guy's running all these numbers and shit, and running all these cards. So you had to get it in Friday night. So a bunch of us would be sitting there at 2:00 in the morning towards the end of the night, filling out the cards and giving them to the bartender. Yeah. Now you just pick this up. You just bang a couple out in 10 seconds and you're done.
Yeah. But even to that,
so doppelganger says,
even though it's normal and I get it, but I think the NFL has made it known that it's normal, but as a player, you're still not going to be allowed.
Exactly.
Look at what they did with Calvin Ridley. He missed a whole year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He missed a whole, and that dude has not been the same since that. Yeah.
And what I was gonna say is I think it's a good thing that the NFL is nipping it in the bud before it's becoming a bigger issue than when it needs to be.
Well, their press release, they take gambling seriously. Okay.
Yeah.
And they have by who's gotten caught in the NFL on the punishment. It hasn't been like a slap in the hand. Yeah.
But
it
this is like one
funny,
of the
at the bottom of say it's on NFL.com,
yeah.
The advertisement at the bottom is DraftKings.
Right? Like, I would really get suspended a year for gambling. Place your
sponsored
bet.
by DraftKings. Yeah.
Sponsored by DraftKings. Exactly. Yeah.
So Doppelganger says supplemental draft is a stupid concept. I don't think it is. It's there for players that are like perfect example is, let's say, Chambliss. If he got denied, and it would have already been after the draft, if he got denied his extra year of eligibility, he would have had to come in through the supplemental draft. And here's a kid that just aged out of getting another year, but now he would have to wait until next year, but he couldn't play in 2026 at the college level. So he'd have to sit out a whole year of not actually playing football. Yeah. So this would allow him to get into the supplemental draft to be picked up by a team and get on the field this year. So it is a good concept. It just doesn't happen that often. So when it does come about, a lot of fans don't understand how it works. And I covered that Friday night on my show, on the No Huddle show, how the whole thing works. So the supplemental draft is a good idea.
It is. Look at do you guys know why Terrell Pryor got kicked out of Ohio State?
Because he was selling his jersey signatures or whatever.
For what? For what?
A tattoo.
For a tattoo. Yep.
This wasn't money. A tattoo, right? And he lost his whole year of eligibility at Ohio State.
And he came out in the draft.
And he came out in the supplemental draft, and then we ended up getting it. Chambliss would have been a perfect example. If this was a couple, like, I think, what was it today? I think I sent you guys the thing, the new NCAA rule about no more redshirting. That's it. No more 8, 7, 6, 7, 8 year seniors. You get 5 years, bro. 5 years to play, and that's it.
No shit. I didn't read the whole thing.
Yeah. 5 years, and that is it. And I'm so glad they're fucking finally coming up with that. Because then now you get, like, Chambliss doesn't have to go back and appeal to be able to go back.
Leo, I was trying to get it in shape, bro. What the fuck? I can't go back now. I can't go back. I was trying to go back to school, man.
And anybody,
you can't go back, dog. I don't know how many years of eligibility you got left.
Hey, there's an age restriction for a 5'7", 130-pound safety. 150-pound safety. Give Dave a call. 5'4", 40.
I think it was Doppelganger said it in the chat.
Oh, he already answered that. He said no.
No, I think Doppelganger said it's character over characters. Because I get it. You don't want somebody with a gambling problem to come to Vegas. You know what you don't want either? You don't want someone with a drinking problem. You don't want someone with a prostitute problem. You don't want someone with the Deshaun Watson problem. Like, all that's in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Like, but then again, that's when you start to...
There's gambling in Vegas?
There's gambling. No. There's massage parlors, Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Nate. This question is going to be for you. So does Sorsby become a bigger deal in the 2027 draft now? Like that storyline for all these quarterbacks that are potentially coming out?
No, I think his draft stock has dropped so low that it really doesn't matter. He's just going to be like, oh, and then there's Braden Sorsby also. So, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be just the same guys. I mean, I feel like if he would have been eligible to play this year upcoming, he could have, been a bigger name because he is a good player, but he was never going to be, the guy in the next draft, in my opinion. I don't think so. To me, it's just going to be another like storyline that you could, follow. But
it'll definitely be a storyline.
Yeah, but that's all the extent to me is what it's going to be.
Already going to be Liddy? Is he talking about the preseason game in Houston? It's going to be it's preseason.
Nah, Houston, bro. So I'll say this though: the Houston people, if they bring out the smokers for the preseason,
they get down.
They get down. Wow, get down. Mm-hmm. But then again, in August, that humidity, we won in what, December, Will? I don't think I would go in August.
Yeah, that was December because it was.
I don't think I would go in August, man.
It was the game after my Philly game.
Yeah.
So next topic, Kubiak, with the culture, the 40-day warning he gave the players. So do you think he sent the right message before the break? This time, when players can either build momentum or lose it.
Yeah.
The team has a 40-day window from now until when the training camp starts. And basically what he said was told them just come back ready and to behave, basically. So, Will, do you like Kubiak putting the accountability message out there this early? Like taking these guys
he's telling the players, be ready, be in shape. Camp ain't ready for you to come out of shape and then get in shape. This ain't 1990.
You hear that, Nathan?
Hey, this is not to get that shit in now. Like, you got to be ready. Be locked in. He don't want no dudes that is out there lollygagging, being all jacked up. You got to set a culture somehow, bro. You got to you fucking liar. I'm watching.
I know.
Game's over.
Don't fucking do that shit to me, bro. Hell no. But yeah, no. I mean, like, that's the right mindset to have. You have to hit the ground running. He's a new coach. A new system is being implemented. You can't have guys come in, show up out of shape, and not know what the fuck they're doing. You got to be locked in from day one to get this thing going right and put this team in the right direction. So I think that's the right warning shot to send as a coach to say, hey, man, we're going to have a 30-day break, but be ready to work when you get back. He's not saying, hey, you got to do this or you got to do that. He's like saying you got to be in shape, which is your fucking job. As a football player, that's your fucking job, to be in shape, to be ready to play, to be coachable. So at the end of the day, absolutely, I love it.
Leo?
I'm not surprised. Even when he did the shield thing, people were calling it a gimmick. When they released Snowden, I think when they released Snowden, that showed me they ain't playing around about character type players. You're not here to bullshit. You're here to do the work, do the football. And if you're not, then you're not going to be here anymore. And him sending that message to them. And it's true, because a lot can change in 40 days, right? I mean, I remember when I would go out to deployment, come back fit as fuck. Like, hell yeah, right? I'd be home for like 3 weeks, come back to the shit, like, oh, fuck, what happened?
His buttons are screaming.
Like, I got to go get the big boy overalls. Like, oh, shit. Like, god damn. Like, what happened? And that was in 3 weeks. So I could imagine, bro, you give someone a month, over a month, like, yeah, if you don't take care of yourself. And I think these guys know that, especially the veterans, especially when that comes down. But I'm glad he did it. I'm not surprised. Especially, I'm holding the vets, too. Hold the other ones, because they can still talk to each other. They can keep each other accountable. I think Kubiak said they're going to call in and check in on them, see how they're doing and things like that. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nate, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, what Will and Leo had said earlier, that it's completely on the nose. I think it mainly was just to show, like, we are trying to set this new this new organization, this new
culture.
Fuck, thank you. This new culture, and it starts with us. Like this is the first year of this new regime, and we're going to set it right. And if you want to be a part of it, great. Show us you're ready and available to be a part of it. If you don't want to be a part of it, or you're gonna fuck around, we are not gonna take that. So that's exactly what he's saying here. And I can respect that, honestly. Because that's what you have to do if you're trying to turn around an organization. And that's obviously what we want here. All of us wants this organization to be turned around. And so Clint Kubiak is definitely getting pointed in the right direction.
All right, I got a question for each of you. And we'll start with Will. Just give me the name, and then we're going to move on. Give me a name of one player that you think is going to come back out of shape. Will. Who's your odds-on favorite?
Out of shape. Fuck. Why you gotta bring up a guy like that? That's probably it's gonna have to be a D lineman. It's gonna be a D lineman, a D tackle.
Who though?
Say a name.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh. I'm gonna say. Fuck. I'm gonna say Adam Butler.
Nah.
Yeah. You're 805 about to. You're like he's on vacation right now with his family, man.
hey, and that's the reason I said it, just to get him all spicy. Nah.
Leo, who's your pick?
I'm trying to think. Who would it be? Who would I pick? I'm gonna hope it's the kicker, Matt Gay, so he gets kicked off the team.
The kicker's out of shape. The guy can't kick the football.
Right.
You gotta sell your shit somehow, huh?
I don't want to say it though because I don't want it to come to existence. And somebody already put it in the chat, but that was the first name that popped into my head when you asked.
No.
And I don't want to say his name because I like him. I like him. No, not even Lockie. No. It's JTJ.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't want it to, but that was the first thing that popped in my head for some reason. Yeah.
So who you
picking? Maybe.
Meredith.
Meredith? All right,
Meredith. I'm looking at the roster right now. I can give you one who for sure is going to be, and it's Benito Jones. He is a veteran guy.
That's what I literally just looked at the list and I'm like, that too. He's a
veteran guy. He doesn't
DT. Yeah,
the defensive tackle. He's a veteran guy. He's done his time in the NFL. He's not going to really care. This is kind of his last shot at being on an
built
NFL
like a
roster.
beach ball.
Yeah, he's for sure going to be.
That's true.
That's who I was going to say. But if I had to pick somebody different, Thomas Booker.
Really?
Oh, the guy from the trade, the Philly
no
trade.
way. I don't think so.
Well, you took mine. I didn't want to double it up.
Was that Spike? That was Spytek's trade, right?
Yeah.
Not the other dude. Okay, all right. Yeah. Damn, G-Fam, I didn't know you live in Coachella Valley.
How about G-Fam and Paul just go live on the surface of the sun so neither one of you win this?
Yo, Coachella Valley's bad, dude.
But they're both talking about, it's hot here, and Paul's saying Mexicans complaining about it being hot is kind of a joke.
No, it is. Yeah, but it's Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, because now that I work on the IE and I drive all over, the IE's big. The one in Riverside County is huge. So I'll go to like Movell, Hemet, and it gets right at the very edge, like Banning, and you start to get to the desert area. Woo, that heat, big dog. Ah, damn.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna give argument to this, but
you're gonna fry.
Gonna fry.
You and Afukasi are gonna fry.
Yeah. I've been in fires where the temperature reaches 1600 degrees, but 120 is going to be
1600 degrees.
15 to 1600. It's an average. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even a couple hundred, you still feel it. Even with all
I
that
know that, but I'm saying
survive.
there's a big difference between 100 degrees and 1500.
How hot do you think it is during a flashover?
Yeah.
I mean, you
Oh, you don't gotta tell me. I was a firefighter in the Navy. Yeah. I know how hot it gets. I trust that suit. I love wearing that suit. That suit's my best friend.
It is.
Yeah, I love that fucking suit, bro. Yeah. I used to hate wearing it during drills, but when I got into actual shit and felt how much it protected me, man, give me that shit.
I don't know about that. Not about it. I might have to look into that. Hasn't Quinnipiac had problems in the past? Wait,
interesting.
What?
Oh, that could be a thing. He didn't look like it in the interview I saw. Yeah.
Oh, that dude's cut. I mean, the guy's in wicked shape.
Yeah. That shit's
hydration is the key. Well, here's the thing: I don't drink, so first of all, I ain't getting dehydrated from drinking beers and alcohol and everything. All the sugar intake is just I drink water.
Beer
so.
keeps me hydrated, there, buddy.
Beer keeps me.
You think it plays mind games with you? You think it does?
Not once suffered from dehydration. I was in the Gulf, bro. I was in the UAE. It was hotter than fucking Satan's ass there, and I stayed hydrated. $1 beers in the beer garden.
Seriously, in all honesty, I'd rather have the 100-degree weather out there than the 90-degree weather here with 100% humidity because you can't breathe in this shit. You can breathe in the air out there. You can't breathe in this shit out here when it gets so.
When the fuck did we become weathermen?
I don't know. Yeah, my favorite flavor is water. Yeah, right. Or iced coffee.
I was gonna say because that keeps you fucking hydrated.
Yeah, that's the only thing that keeps
right.
Well, water. I
don't want to bring up the bucket of coffee he got the other day.
I only drink decaf. I don't drink regular.
Did they get you the bucket?
He only drinks decaf. He said.
I do. I only
drink. Yeah, he
decaf.
does only drink decaf.
Yeah.
See.
Where's that? Is that
all right? So we're
here in LA?
Actually, no, not final takes. We'll be coming up to that in a second. Real quick, I need to get this out there because we need to stop pushing this for him. Anybody coming to New York for the Raiders and Jets game? That Saturday night party at Reds. Phil Villapiano will be there with a book signing that Saturday night, October 31st, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. He will be signing books. And books only during that 2-hour time frame. The books are $30 a piece. You can buy them there. The signature, it costs you $10 for the signature, so $40 gets you the book and the signature. If you bring your own book, it's $10 for the autograph. All right, but there will be books there for purchase on site.
Can I take a picture on the front of the book that I want him to sign?
Well, he's going to stick around afterwards for a little bit, so that's when it's going to open up to everything else. Because he may have, I don't know if he'll charge for that or not. I'm not handling that part of it. That's Terry. That's her. That's her guy. So because he is the founder of the Jersey Shore Booster Club. So
and his book is about his life, like Raiders before all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a cool ass dude, man. If you've never met
Phil, he is.
I know he's one of the coolest. Yeah,
he's the type of guy that, type of ex-player that, former great that you could sit down and just bullshit with.
Yeah, down here in LA, we call him Fool.
Yep.
Yeah,
what up, Fool?
That's how he is around it. Yeah, that's the name he's got. That's his nickname.
Yeah.
So yeah, the good thing is I'm going to get to eat dinner with him that night too. So I'm excited because he's going to be there early. We got to set up and everything. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
My bad.
Excited.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Give him a little tug under the rug too. What's going on there?
Yeah. Just like that, huh?
Right?
Yeah.
Inside scoop.
You see that? What up?
Our Diana Rossini.
I didn't make a flyer for it yet, but anybody coming to the New England Patriots Raiders game?
Nobody cares about that.
Saturday night or Saturday afternoon at 4:30.
What's going to that?
Is going to be the tour at Fenway Park. So from 4:30 to 5:30 is going to be the guided tour at Fenway Park. And then at 6 o'clock, we're going to walk right down the street and go right back into Fenway Park at the location called Game On. So it's $25. 20 is it 25? Shit. Hang on.
All those papers, and you can't remember where you put it.
I already did that.
Did you?
Shit. I don't remember the price on it.
I'll be in Rosarito that weekend.
But I'll be putting a flyer out for it by the end of the week. So make sure you guys that are coming out for New England or the Jets game, if you have any questions, get in touch with me. We'll have all the going ons. So final thoughts, final takes. Leo, what's your biggest question before the week one of the training camp?
My biggest question is going to be, are they going to open up training camp for us to be able to go see them?
That's exactly what I was planning to.
Well, what did you say again?
Are they going to open up training camp practice for us to be able to go see them?
Okay. Oh, Nate, that'd be awesome if they do for you, man.
1,000%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'd be there like every day.
That would be my biggest thing. And then just how they start playing with pads, you know? Like we keep talking about, Rodgers or Grant is going to take so-and-so's job, and he's already like the best offensive lineman out there. Like, let's let them put on pads, let them do some hitting around to one of each other, and see what goes down, bro, you know? Yeah.
Will, what's your biggest question before week one of training camp?
Before week one of training camp?
I didn't stutter, right? No. Okay.
Not this time.
Shit. Bro, honestly, just how much these players have retained. You know, like from the system, from like what these coaches are out there coaching, just to see, hey, is it sticking? Are these guys changing their routines? Or are these guys learning from these coaches? That's about it.
Thanks, Chief Fan. Nate?
My biggest question. That's difficult because the questions start to develop once training camp is underway. For me, because that gives you a little bit more insight on, position battles and coaching staff wise and playbook implementation and things like that. So it's kind of hard to have a question before camp starts. I guess it would mainly be like the contract situation. Does that get resolved for both players? I'm sorry, not both. We were talking about Nakobe Dean, but that's not a contract situation.
Yeah.
But for Fernando Mendoza, do we have to, is it become a bigger issue, I guess? I mean, I don't think it does, but it's possible at that point. But to me, that would be, I guess, the biggest question for me.
For me, I want to see if this team can turn off-season hope into camp competition. I want to see real competition for these positions that they're just not positive on who's going to be what. We can all talk about Mendoza and the wide receivers, the defense, the culture, but when camp starts, jobs are on the line and excuses start to disappear. Like, you can't keep making excuses for these guys. They either got to put up or shut up. Plain and simple.
Jack.
Huh?
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah.
Be more than just a good story, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Leo, Bueno's got a question. Any events with
Saturday
coming up around IE that you know?
There is, brother. The IE Familia, they're not a club, they're just a family. They're doing their dance in August, and they're gonna have lowriders and cards there as well. So if you follow IE Familia on Instagram, Bueno, or hit me up, I can send it to you. But yeah, that's going to be one that we're going to be doing in the IE in August. It's like a dance that they do, kind of like most people would do like a barbecue before the season starts. So then they do one, a dance, which is pretty dope. And they're cool as hell, bro. It's like old school type vibes. Like, yeah.
That's cool.
But that one, the IE Familia. And Bueno, go check out the video, bro. I went to the gas station chicken just for you and Anthony.
I saw that.
I forgot. I was like, wait, I'm in Riverside. And then there it is.
What is it called? Which one is that one called that you went to?
Country chicken. Mm-hmm.
Country chicken.
Yeah, and then there's another one that's crispy chicken.
That's the one. That's the one I've been to.
There's two of them.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta see the other one, the country chicken. Their biscuits are good. They already come glazed, and you don't even have to put honey on butter on the biscuits. Like they're already like I'm like ooh yeah. Mm-hmm. Crispy crunchy chicken. Yeah. That one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with you, Will. What do you got going on? You got anything you want to bring up?
You know what, man? Shoot, I forgot the link, but if you guys
didn't something just come across your desk you brought up the other day? I don't know. I saw you do a video. I got to share with y'all.
Like the one I do want to talk about, man, I'll tell you guys like this. Our brother Glenn is having a fundraiser for his family. I don't have the link up for the GoFundMe, but it's on my Facebook page, TikTok, everything like that. That's the one I want to man. Yeah. Like if you guys can help out, most people know Glenn as the guy that goes Raiders woo.
Pura vida. Yeah.
Pura vida. Like he's a great guy, man. His oldest son passed away, so we're trying to get him some help. And I mean, like, whatever you guys can contribute to that, please do, man. That's the one thing that I do want to bring up.
We're almost. You think he's almost there at the goal too? Yeah.
Yeah, he's close.
He's close.
I'll tell you what. When I saw that video pop up the other day, him with his family talking about it, and when Little Woo wasn't in the video and he started talking, I'm like, no, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had an older son. I've never met him, so I wouldn't know this. Yeah. All I thought of was Little Woo, and I'm like, I'm sitting and watching this video. My hand over my mouth. I'm like almost in tears at this point because I'm thinking it's this poor kid, right? Because I've been looking forward to meeting him when I get out there to Vegas and in LA and everything. I want to meet them both, And I actually, once I saw that it wasn't him, my daughter said, "What's the matter?" She goes, "You don't look right." And I said, "Well," and I showed her the video. I said, "This is who I thought he was talking about." And I showed her some of the video clips of him and Little Woo doing what they do. Yeah. And she goes, "Oh, he's so cute." I said, "He's such a great kid. The kid's so full of spirit and life." And, that's the first thing I thought of was Little Woo. And I was like, oh, my God, that would have been devastating. I mean, he lost
it's still devastating, but
devastating.
No, I was the same way. I was in San Diego with my daughter a day before Father's Day. And then she texted me, "Did you see Glenn's post? His son died." And like my heart dropped.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, oh my God, like what happened? And then I saw his video and I had just met his son. We met him at Bakersfield, Nate.
Yeah.
His son was there, the guy with one of the basketball jerseys that we saw. Mm-hmm. He was there. That's the one that died in a car accident.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. So
I know
it's sad. Yeah. Yeah, so super sad to hear that from his family.
So thoughts, prayers, and condolences.
Link in the chat.
There it is. There you go. Yeah. It's also on our social media pages. The three of us. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kind of how's it go on from that, I guess. Leo, what do you got coming up? You got anything?
No, but I know you said Wednesdays we do the connection show. There is going to be a change. Now with my new work schedule, I have to move the Poodle Raider podcast show from Mondays. I can't do it on Monday anymore. I have a client that goes from 5 to 8:30. So I am going to move it. I'm just confirming with the other people to see what day we move it to. Yeah. So I'll figure that out. And then, like I told you guys later on, we will bring back the connection show, but once we start playing games, once we start with the Arizona one, the preseason into the season, things like that. Because it's kind of like what we do on that show, our reactions to the game, how pissed off were we, how disgusted were we, kind of that type of shit. After we've had a couple of days to calm down.
Right.
Because if you do it the day of or the next day, maybe a little silent. I mean, you look at what happened last year. If we went on live after we beat New England, we would have thought we were going to the Super Bowl. The way the team played that game.
Like some content creators did. We got our answer a quarterback.
Yeah.
Won't say names.
Right. But but that's the only thing.
They're part of a monument.
Next, Rich Gannon.
Yeah.
Gino was killing it. He was on fire that day. It was the solution for the future.
He did throw an interception that day, though, right?
He threw one, but it wasn't really his. Like, it wasn't like a bad one though.
Okay.
He still threw the ball though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he started his career interception freaking year.
Yeah, and then don't forget, we do still have the backpack drive still going on. For the city in the Inland Empire, we'll be doing at the Boys and Girls Club in the city of Fontana. I reshared that flyer today. Shout out to those of you that have donated already. It is Prime Days, so it is Prime Day, and we do have a wish list on Amazon as well. So if you want to take advantage of Prime Day and order it that way, and then in about a month, less than a month from now, Bolsa Chica takeover. Bolsa Chica takeover with Mike, Raiders Against the World, Mob Movement. Moving to Blackouts, we will be there. Some of the TBH fam, they're making it this year. They're going to roll down to Bolsa Chica. They're tired of being in the heat, so they're going to come kick it with us in SoCal on the beach. So definitely looking forward to that, man. Yeah, what you call it? What's his name? Israel. Israel's coming down. Angel's coming down. Yeah, so they're all coming down from up there. So it'll be good.
I heard people are going to wake up at 4 a.m. to go get spots.
You have to go early because it lines up. It's only one way in to where we're at. Yeah,
oh, man.
You're going early. We got in line like at 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But obviously, if you want to be the first one, Prime there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And it's a 2-day event this year. So Saturday's the beach event. We will be there. There will be volleyball games and tug of war and stuff like that. And then the next day is like a Sunday brunch, and that's the one I was telling you where Greg Townsend's going to be there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
So Nate, now that you got your first official show under your belt, being in Vegas, I'll give you a moment to say what you want to say. The spotlight is yours.
I don't know. I mean, it's really kind of still surreal. I've only been out here like living for the past like 5 days. So it's kind of hard to say like, oh, it's so different or it's so the same, or, you know, it still has a lot of adjustment to do, a lot of packing. You can't really see, but the boxes are right off screen here. So so there's a bunch of stuff that I
still have to do. You moved.
Yeah, I just got out here to Vegas. So but what I was going to say at the top of the show is the media is going to tell you, and content creators are going to tell you that Vegas has no fans. There is no Raider fans out here. And I'm here to tell you that is the absolute dead honest, not truth.
Thank you.
An absolute lie. Everywhere you turn, everywhere you look.
Fake news, you mean?
Fake news. There is Raiders stickers. There's Raiders license plates, shirts, jerseys, hats. Everywhere you go.
You hear that, Wilfredo?
Do not, believe the content creator bullshit that, there is no Raider fans here in Las Vegas. That is absolutely terrible. No, there is Raiders fans everywhere you go. People will be rocking their stuff. I will say though, not as many as there is Golden Knights fans, but that is okay. That is okay.
Because they've been champions recently.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So once we get to that kind of prestige, I completely and fully believe that the Raiders are going to be one of the biggest and hottest tickets in Las Vegas, more than it already is. So I think it's going to be, I think it's awesome. And I'm here to tell you guys that obviously do not believe, the propaganda. There's no Raider fans here.
Even when you go to local 1,000%. Casinos, there's Raider stuff in those casinos.
Yeah. All the time.
Right? All the time.
All the time.
Yeah. The Orleans has a blackjack table that's rated out. Yeah.
Can we go back to the questions when I asked you who's going to come back before training camp starts out of shape? It might be Nate with all the food and everything he's going to be. Can we switch it to that? Because he's going to want to try everything that he had never had before out there, and like all these different restaurants and shit.
Bro, he's going to have the inside scoop of where to go.
Yeah.
Chinatown is my favorite place. On
Earth. What I think it is, Nathan? It's not that they're not Raider fans. They expect them to be the way Oakland Raider fans are.
1,000%.
And that's the difference. They're not going to be. Even LA fans are not Oakland Raider fans.
No, they're not. Yeah.
No. Yeah. We're just different, and I think that's not gonna happen in Las Vegas, even when we win. Even when we win, right? It's not because
it's not.
Vegas is still a different culture. It's a different group of people that are always going to be there. Yeah, on game weekend we're going to come down and we're going to invade and all that bullshit. But once we're gone, you guys are still the ones that are going to be there repping the Raiders. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's up, SoCal Sal?
I'm glad you said that because I tell people that all the time. Like I see them all the time when we go down there.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So it's insane that people say that there's no Raider fans here, that there's it's wild. I'm like, that's like the first thing I noticed. Maybe I'm a little more keen to it because, it's something that I notice, but it's literally everywhere. It's literally everywhere.
Have you been to Red Rock yet?
I live right next to it.
Oh, you do? I figured. Okay.
So, Will, you got any shows coming up this week?
Yeah, man, I'm going to be doing the Silver and Black radio podcast this Thursday again with my crew, and we're going to be getting people together and just...
What crew? Who's going to join you?
So Matty B will be joining me. You'll see 4Dub joining us now because they actually just got their videos released. So you'll see them with us, and then probably Val. You'll see hopefully Tony Bova if Bova's not working, and we'll see what's going on after that, man.
Dude, how old are you, Paul? You're going to EDC?
Bro,
I'm going.
Yeah, I can see you. You're still at that age. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Leo, you got anything coming up this week? Any other shows?
No, just this right now. Videos now and then. And no, I saw your thing earlier, GFam. No, I haven't got the Ashton autograph yet, right? Oh. I did pull a pretty sick Mbuka rookie card though. I did do that. But I'm still gonna go on the search. I might start transitioning a little to try and go for the Mendoza, but I really want the Gentry one right now first. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Paul says he's 36. Is that a little too old for EDC?
No.
Honestly, you see all ages there. I'm not gonna lie.
He's all ages.
Yeah. You see a
year-olds go to EDC.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nate, are you got any shows coming up this week besides this one?
Yeah, not really shows, but this weekend is Battle for Vegas, like I said earlier. That's probably one of my favorite events as far as Raiders, go. So there's definitely going to be a video on that coming out, and then Monday I'm going to go try and see if I can get a Max Crosby, meet and greet. So like I said, just benefits of moving to Vegas is something that I can do. So I'm going to try to take full advantage of all of that stuff. So expect probably both of them to come out on the same day, probably on Tuesday, because I'll do editing real quick there.
All right, Leo, go ahead and say it to him.
Say what? I was just going to announce that. I don't know if y'all know, but today Kareem Lopez was the first Mexican-born player ever drafted in the first round of the NBA. Yes, you're starting to get tall enough to play basketball. God damn it! Shout out to Triple J last year. Triple J.
I was gonna say Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah. But no, it's Mexican born.
Mexican-born. Okay, gotcha.
No, I'm referring to you giving Nate his homework assignment before next Tuesday.
Yeah. No, just dude. That's dope. I can't believe you're gonna be able to do that. Once I see more and more,
that's gonna be awesome.
I'll send it to you. You'll probably run into someone Raider. He's always at those things. Those events to get content. So,
bro, that's fucking awesome to be able to just live in your own town and go out and just enjoy the local things. Like that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you gentlemen have nothing else, the only show I got coming up is Friday night, my No Huddle show, open for all 32 NFL teams, fans.
You know what? I'm glad, Chief. Hold up, before we bounce, I was gonna ask you about this, Jeff.
Good.
We're older, so to us, the card game was the experience and the joy of pulling it in the pack. Right? I know I can go buy the Ashton Gentry rookie. I know I can go buy the Mendoza jersey autograph if I wanted to. But the card game is so fucked up sometimes, though, that people know the potential that's in the pack and they raise the price of the boxes just because of what you can get, not what you or what's in there. They don't know what's in there. And to me, it's getting kind of fucked up when it comes to
It's a gamble.
Yeah.
It's really a gamble because if you hit on it, you're gonna make you turn around and sell it. You're gonna make some damn good money at some point, depending on what the card is.
The thrill to me is still in opening the pack. I still get the thrill out of that, as opposed to buying it. Yeah,
that makes sense, bro. That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, it's always to me. It's always the preference of getting it in there. Like the day I do finally get one, that video is gonna be on a fucking one where I'm annoying. I'm losing my shit. Yeah, because I finally fucking got it. Right? Like, oh my god, I finally got it. Yeah, I got excited because I got. Tommy videos and he hasn't opened one yet. I got a Tommy Merlot rookie card, and I didn't even like Tommy Merlot, but because that's the college Turf went to, so that's why it hit me like, oh, that's Turf's boy. Turf was all happy about Tommy. So like, yeah. I see you pulled the Drake May rookie downtown. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah.
There's one more event too, that I forgot about. TBH Sacramento is going to be having a lowrider and barbecue show up there the 28th of June. So make sure that if you guys can, go out there and support them, man.
And my homegirl, Via's going to be there. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's going to be there. She was on their flyer. And they got Monster Energy, bro. I need to find out how Steven got that. I know, man. I've talked to Steven. Steven got some connections.
Yes, he does, bro.
Man, he might be like the governor or mayor of fucking
well, as many people
pretty soon. Yeah.
Hey, bro, he takes as many hands and babies as he does, bro. Hey.
Yeah. I heard him the other day because he delivers.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say what he does, but he was delivering. And you just hear him. People know him like, hey, how are you? Like, so like, man, everybody fucking knows you in Sacramento. Yeah, but shout out to Steven. Yeah, man, it looks like it's gonna be a cool event up there with the low riders.
Yep.
Low ride.
But hey, Jeff, so let me ask you real quick, because you're handling New York and New England this year, right?
I'm only dealing with the Saturday night party in New York. I'm not doing any of the other stuff. Tailgates on JT and the Black, his chapter, and Mike from Raw he's working on something for Friday night.
But he's doing that from a distance, though, right? Or is that for New York?
No, he's doing it for the New York game.
Oh, okay.
He'll be there. Him and Ma are coming out.
Yeah, I know for New York they're going, but I'm saying for New England, they're still they're looking to be in Rosarito.
Yeah, because he already committed to that date on the calendar. Just didn't know what game it was until the schedule came out. So he let me know like the next day that I'm not going to be doing it. And that's only because I reached out to him because I saw the Pappas and Bear thing come up. I'm like, dude, I thought you were coming to New England. And then he explained it to him. Like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
I was like, he's just going to bail on me like that?
Yeah. I know I have the same monster fridge that Max does on his show.
Go ahead, Will. What were you going to say?
So my question for you was this, man. What are you most excited for?
Getting my hookers from the Bellagio, apparently.
I can't hear you, Leo. Shut up.
I know that you're.
That's what I'm most excited for.
I'm dead.
Sorry.
It's a wrap on that.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Go
ahead, Will.
It's a wrap. Let's just get out of here. Oh, shit.
Viva los Raiders. Bro, that was so random. Get all your hookers from the Bellagio.
Crazy.
Not even hookers.
No, right. I knew what it meant, though. Sometimes they spot it that way so they don't get hit in the chat, right? For certain words. Yeah. Yeah, high class ass. Yeah. For real, man.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you gonna try again or no?
It's a wrap, bro. We're just good.
No, I think he was gonna ask you, what are you most excited about for the New York weekend?
Or for the weekends, but with hookers and cocaine, who knows now? Oh my god.
I mean, in all honesty, out of all the games, obviously the home opener is the one for me. That's why I put so much emphasis on nailing down everything for the Patriots game and the Jets game, so I can just go and enjoy week 1 and week 2, and just because I'll come home and everything's already done. The only thing that we got to do for New England is just get the food that we're going to have at the tailgate, and that'll be that week. So I'm not even worried about that stuff. You know, that's minor now. You know, everything else is set in stone, dates, times, boom, done. You know, now it's just a matter of starting to promote it a little bit more. I've just been so hung up with getting some other shit done too. So
I know I see all your gear, bro. Look at all that fresh gear. It's almost like Cheetos jerseys. Hey, make sure you guys stop by Cheetos store. You know, get you a jersey or two.
Bro, having a job.
Shameless plug.
I don't have time to do that shit right now, but yeah. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah,
but yeah, Paul, I'm planning on going to LA for week 2. I'm trying to work a deal with Afakasi where, you know, he wants to stay an extra day or so in Vegas if he gets out there for week 1. I told him, I said, I'll stay an extra day. I'm already going to be there on Monday anyway. I'm staying overnight Sunday night. I said, I'll pick up another night at the hotel, and if you want to leave on, you know, Tuesday, we'll rent a car. We'll drive to LA. I'll gladly drive. I have no problem.
Beautiful drive.
It honestly, it is.
Trip. Get out of here.
No, he just told you it is.
It really is. It gets. It's pretty underappreciated in my.
Yeah.
Well, I've already looked at a couple of places we could stop just to kind of, you know, like stretch it out instead of it being like a 4 or 5 hour drive. Just kind of, you know, make a couple of stops here and there.
Well, to LA, it's 4 or 5 hours. It just depends on where you're going.
Where you're going in LA, yeah.
Did Giannis Antetokounmpo really get traded to fucking Miami?
To the Heat yesterday?
Yes. The Lakers just traded for one of the draft picks by the Knicks that got drafted today.
Mm-hmm. Holy smokes, bro.
Yeah.
The Heat gave up like their whole team.
Yeah, Triple J was part of that trade.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
3 hours is not Vegas to LA, bro. 3 hours is from where I'm at to Vegas.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
To LA. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how fast you are. LA traffic's gonna say no.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Right? Yeah. So 3 hours the fuck out of here to LA. Nah, dude, you're crazy. I live in Pomona. It takes me an hour to get to LA. Yeah.
Say that name again, Will. That's
yeah, I can't even say it, bro. Antetokounmpo or Antetokounmpo.
I just call him Giannis, bro. Yeah.
That's not even right either.
Yeah. Ain't no one hate, bro. Just say don't be spitting out falsies. It don't take 3 hours to get to LA. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna get out of here. I'll be back on Friday night with my No Huddle show, bringing you all the up-to-date NFL news. Again, we thank everybody for being here tonight with us. Don't forget the like, the subscribe, the notifications on all 4 channels. You got Silver and Black Radio Podcast. That's Will. I'm 401 Rated Jeff. Next to me is Leo, also known as Chidolinus. Look him up. Make sure if you haven't already. And then LV Rated 10, who is now officially really called LV Rated 10. So I'm glad you settled in Vegas now. We expect full reports every week from you.
Damn, full reports?
They're not even in practice or anything.
I know, right?
Doesn't matter. Go dig up news. I don't give a shit.
He's gonna hear a rumor on like fucking
your job is
gonna be like, Nathan, is that true?
Your duty is to sit outside Intermountain Healthcare Center and sit out there with your camera running 24/7 when you're not working.
But what we can do though, now that you're in Vegas, is because what ends up happening, the home opener is the big one, right? That's the big one everyone goes to.
Yeah.
So then after that, it's just the bigger opponents. So the party's not as big. So what me and 805 started doing was we would do meet and greets the Saturday before, and just have people come to different bars. Like last year, we did that one at I forgot the name of the bar, but we did it there, and then people came through. We had drink specials. So that's the stuff we can do now. We can include you because now that you live there. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be tight. I'm with that.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to being world famous Chidolinus' sidekick.
For real.
This guy.
Bring me along.
He's
VIP or no.
He's Robin to Theo's.
Yeah, Paul, there's a bunch of stuff going on starting Friday. TNBC's having their birthday party for also Saturday, Lorenzo's gonna do his takeover at Hollywood Park. Sunday, like every crew and their mama is gonna have a tailgate at SoFi in the pink lot. So everybody and their mom is gonna have one there. So just show up on Sunday to SoFi, find you a spot, settle down. Some people charge, others don't. I never pay in LA at the tailgates. There's enough of us there. You don't have to. No, I don't. Anybody has to. Nathaniel, have you ever paid for a tailgate? And see,
here, take a shot. Here,
yeah, I'm telling you, bro. You here, take a shot. Like, hey, yeah, yeah. I want a taco. Da, da, da. Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
More of the flyers will be coming out, Paul, as more details come out. But it starts Friday. Friday's a party, Saturday's a party, and then Sunday's the tailgate. Yeah. I'm jealous. I know, right? Jealous. Me too. No keep.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for being here. And again, we're back to four co-hosts now. Nate is officially part of the Most Notorious podcast crew. Started tonight. First live show from Vegas.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. As I always say, stay safe and go Raiders.
Viva Mexico, cabrones.